This is Ada Cougar Football, presented by the Chickasaw Nation. Brought to you in part by Ada Nissan, Classic Cake, Carter County Dodge and Hyundai, CTS, Fenton Ford, First United Bank, Great Plains Kubota, Hilltop Dodge, Landrum ENT, Laser Zone, Simmons Bank, State Farm Agent Don Carpenter, T&W Tire, Vision Bank, and Wild Rose Place. Now, let's go live to the action with the voice of Ada Cougar Football, Kenny Morrison.
A very pleasant good evening, everyone, and welcome to Ada Cougar Football, the postseason from Coyisto Stadium in Ada, Oklahoma. I'm Kenny Morrison alongside Trey Kinley. Mason Lee next door on the camera as it's playoff time in Oklahoma, the Class 4A playoffs in particular. Specifically here at Coyisto Stadium, the Ada Cougars 9-1, ranked 6th in Class 4A, and finished 6-1 in 4A4 district play. The number 2 seed out of the 4A4 district takes on the 3 seed from 4A3 district, the Oologah Talala Mustangs from just north of Tulsa. As they come in 5-5 on the season, they finish their district race at 4-3. And Trey Kinley, as you come into the broadcast, this is what it's all about. You play the regular season to get to this point, hopefully healthy and ready to make a run toward a state championship.
Yep, week 1. Everybody's 0-0. First one to 4-0 wins.
Yeah, Cougar, it takes 4. In 4A, 16 teams make the field. All of them playing tonight at 7. We'll keep you abreast of the scoreboard. But the most important score in the state, as far as we're concerned, right here as Ada Cougars try to come in. They're coming off a 28-27 win over Broken Bow last week in a real fight to end the regular season. And Oologah punched their ticket by beating Tulsa McLean 37-19 last week. We got a full pregame show. Coach's Corner coming up next, followed by about 10 seniors. We've got interviews with all of them in the pregame show tonight from Coyisto Stadium. Tonight's broadcast is a presentation of the Chickasaw Nation. Welcome back to Coyisto Stadium. Ada Cougar Football, playoff style. Friday night from Ada, I'm Kenny Morrison, along with the third-year head coach Brad Osteen. Coach's Corner, Coach.
Good seeing you, Kenny.
Yeah, great to see you, man. First of all, congratulations. It is the postseason for the Ada Cougars.
Yes, sir.
You punched your ticket as number 2 seed before you played Broken Bow, but now it's official. It's here. It's playoff football.
100%. It's here, and it's what you work for. So anyway, just proud of the football team for being 9-1 and getting that number 2 spot. Got a home playoff game, and now it's just go lay it on the line every Friday night.
Yeah, it starts tonight. The Cougars, the number 6th ranked team in the most recent poll in Class 4A, all irrelevant at this point because the playoff field is set and it's 4 wins away from a state championship. It starts one snap at a time. And tonight against Oologah Talala, the Mustangs.
The Mustangs.
Trey Kinley has a kick of saying that Talala.
Yeah.
For some reason. But the Mustangs come called. They finished 3rd in the 4A3 district, a pretty good district with Wagner and Cushing for the top 2. Similar to the Ada district, coach, you got Ada and Poto, kind of the cream of the crop in 4A4, and then falls off of it into the Oologah's right there as the number 3 team, and again in a pretty good district. Yeah,
they played a tough schedule. They're 5-5, but they're 5 losses to a high quality ball club, so they're I would say they're a very good 3 seed. And so. Yeah. We've got to go out and give it everything we got and play every snap.
Common opponent Fort Gibson, Oologah beat to open the regular season. They put over 50 on the board in that game against Fort Gibson. Pretty good offense. They've been shut out once by Wagner. Other than that, they've scored 21 plus in their other 9 football games.
Yeah, their offense is really good. They're big up front. Got a really, really good tailback. Quarterback is an athlete. Those are good football. So they're a really balanced offense and. Just a good, solid offensive team, and they've had a lot of success running the football, but they've also had a lot of success throwing the football. So, we've broke it down and looked at different things, and we feel like they're going to run the football at us. So, number one thing is we got to stop the run.
Cougars really stopped the run well early in the season, and still, you look at the stats, the team only averaging 4 yards per tote. When they rush the football. But it's been I'm not going to say concern, but it's been a little bit, teams have rushed it more recently on you, including Broken Bow last week. when the Cougars escaped with 28-27 win.
100%. You know, it goes back to gap integrity, you know, and as it all starts up with the front guys. You know, we've got to make sure we handle our business up front, take care of our gap responsibility, do our job, and then let the linebackers fit. You know, I think we're back for the most part healthy. You know, George Maddox has looked as good as he has since the Stillwell game. You know, he's looked really well in practice this week. He's flying around. So I feel like he's back to 100%. Fisher's got a broke hand, but that hasn't limited him any. And then Kelton Stipe is to me just keeps playing better and better every week, you know. And so being healthy there, we will be without Brennan Riddle. He got a concussion last Friday night. He will not play. So we'll slide George over to the outside backer some, bring Kelton in. So I thought we had a really good week of work of practicing and doing our jobs defensively. So, you know, it's not necessarily about getting tackles. It's about doing your job and taking care of your gap, you know, and you can't get out of your gap, and then we end up with two guys in the same gap. So, and then you have an open gap. And so you're going against a guy like number 3 from Broken Bow, heck of a football player, you know, and I know he's banged up and had a bad knee, but when he got the ball in his hand, man, you could tell he was hurt, you know. And so just, you know, shake their hands. They did a fantastic job. I thought their offensive line blocked as good as against it. You know, that we had seen them on tape. The offensive line played really well. And so we just got to take care of us.
Cougars against Oologah, Talala tonight, Class 4A playoffs beginning here at Coyisto Stadium. I had a chance to sit down. You're going to be able to see those here in a few minutes in our pregame show with all 10 seniors earlier this week. And really some great stuff from those guys. We have 3 different segments coming up here in our pregame show. Again, you'll be able to see that in a few minutes. But asking about the intensity of the week and what really asking what it's going to take. And almost, I'll kind of give a sneak peek of what a lot of them said. They said it's going to take the preparation like we had for the McAllister game.
100%.
We were really on top of things, and that sticks out in their minds. So from their voices, these seniors are ready to lead you.
Yeah, 100%. You know, they've had a good week. Like I said, we've had a good week of work. You know, but they have to have that same mental approach, and that's kind of been something that's been Achilles heel of us of not playing consistent football at times, you know, and so that's the biggest thing. You know, we've got to be the best team, and the best teams win these games. And so going out and being consistent and having that same type mentality that we did have against a Broken Bow, you know, or excuse me, a McAllister, and handling our business, because I felt like that was probably after the first quarter or so, that was probably our best defensive game, you know, and so. We've got the talent. It's just the mental part of it. We got to make sure we take care of it mentally, you know, and prepare ourselves, be unselfish, and do our job and do what we're coached to do. So, this senior group, really proud of them, and go lay it on the line. It's every Friday night, every snap, you know, it counts. So, at this time of year, it's not about stats. It's not about that. It's only one stat that matters, and that's that W at the end. You know, who gets that W to move on. So, anyway, just really, really, really excited about Friday night at 7 o'clock, and let's get it.
It'll be a lot of fun. Weather's going to be pretty good. It'll be football weather, temperature in the 50s. Coach, just a couple more quick thoughts. It's really interesting how things can potentially repeat themselves.
Sure.
The last time the Cougars played for a state championship in 2017, Oologah was the 2nd round. Bethany was the 3rd round. Clinton Bethany winner will play the winner of this game.
Yes, sir.
Next week. I know it's one at a time. That's this kind of stuff. That's interesting how that stuff comes around.
Oh yeah.
Oologah's a lot of the opponent tonight. Coaches, you played your final game here at Coyisto Stadium. I want to talk about 3 things to wrap this thing up. We could talk about offense and defense. We have a little bit, but special teams, turnover battle, and field position battle, especially when you get into this time of the season. Those 3 things to me seem critical when you win a lot of football games.
Well, you know, we talk about turnovers a lot, you know, and I think it's a stat in the NFL they use. If you turn the ball over 3 or more times, you turn the ball over 3 times, your percentage of winning is like 13%, you know. So that is crucial, you know, when winning that ratio, we got to create turnovers on defense and take care of the ball on offense. Special team wise, you got to be solid, you know. And as you kind of go back to the Poto game, our worst special game of the year. When we snap the ball over, we get the ball on the half-yard line, we snap it out of the end zone. Can't do that, and so we got to be solid on the special team side of things. So, and that third thing was, what was that third thing? Field position. Well, that goes back to offense and defense. It's okay to have to punt. Don't force the football. Those type things. Win the field position. Make them earn everything they have to do. And if we have to punt, let's pin them deep. Go play the great defense. Get the ball back. And that's football in general. And so that's all three phases. If we get them pinned deep, let's keep them pinned deep. If we need a play on special teams, let's make sure we don't flip the field on things. Like offensively, if we got the ball on the 50-yard line, got a chance to pin them deep. Don't give them a big return and let them return it back to the midfield. And so it's just going to take all three phases, and those three big things you talked about is huge in these games.
Yeah, it's funny how sometimes people can think punting is a bad play. It's not always a bad play. It can flip the field position with a good foot. And it gets you out of a lot of trouble sometimes.
Well, yeah, and that's okay. And that's kind of something that we talk to the quarterbacks about is make good decisions. It's okay to throw the ball out of bounds. Don't force it. Make it. It's okay to punt it and get the ball back, and we'll go again. And so just don't force things and be smart with the football. That's what we talk to Brock a lot about, is to take care of football, and then the backs. Make sure ball security.
Yeah. Cougars +9 in that turnover column this year, by the way. You mentioned that they forced 27, turned it over 18 times. So about that +1 a game, roughly, in that area. All right, Coach's Corner with Coach Osteen. Coach, it all starts tonight. Hopefully a 4-game run to Thursday night, November 30th. But I know it starts again one snap at a time.
Yes, sir.
In a few minutes.
Yes, sir.
Oologah.
Hope we get to do this 3 more times.
Yeah, let's do it, man. Let's do it.
Thanks, Kenny. Appreciate it.
Coach Brad Osteen. I'm Kenny Morrison. This is Cougar Football from Coy Easto Stadium, streaming live at K88radio.net. Stay with us. On the back side of this break, we have our senior interviews coming up. You're going to enjoy them. 10 seniors in your pregame show. This is Cougar Football, a presentation of the Chickasaw Nation. Welcome back to Coy Easto Stadium pregame show. The Ada Cougars tonight in the 2023 playoffs, hosting the Mustangs from Oologah. Oologah finishing third in their district. The Cougars, the number 2 team in 4A District 4. And you can see, you can't see me in the picture, thankfully, but you can see 4 pretty strong young men that have fought. And this is a senior night. We got the spotlight on 10 seniors here in the pregame show. And I'm going to start as we head into the playoffs, and starting here to my left. And I want you to introduce yourself and go from left to right, introducing yourself, guys, and then tell a little bit about yourself, about what position you play. Let's do that first. Then we'll come back, Cord, and we'll start the little Q&A session. Go ahead, man.
Yes, sir. My name is Cord Coffey. I'm a tight end and defensive end. I started playing football in 3rd grade and continued on till 6th grade. And then I started playing football again my freshman and sophomore year at Colgate. And then my junior year, I moved to Ada to play my junior and senior season here at Ada.
Cord's been a high-impact player for the Cougars in this 9-1 regular season as they look to head toward a state championship. All right, let's move on.
My name is George Maddox, play linebacker for Ada. I lived in California. I was born there. And then my freshman year, I moved out to Ada, and I've been a Cougar for 4 years.
Safe to say, guys, one of the emotional leaders of the golf club. Yeah, George kind of gets that. George going to agree with that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
My name is Samuel Jordan. Most people call me Delaware. I play on the O line and D line, and I played here for Ada for 3 years.
Been nursing an injury. Just got back off that, and good to see you back in the lineup, man, for the stretch run.
Appreciate
it. Yeah, George, you're back battling an ankle as well. Fortunately, Brendan Riddle not going to be able to play in the first playoff game, but guys are going to carry the weight and get you to round number 2. Go ahead, man.
My name is Brendan Riddle. I'm a senior. I play outside linebacker and fullback. I played 7th to 9th grade and took a little break, but I'm back for the senior year. So. Yeah,
Brendan's had a great year. Had I think it was 16 tackles a couple weeks ago in a game, and he started at a middle linebacker, moved to the middle spot when Jordan Fisher out, moved from the outside to the middle. 16 tackles, had a huge game. President's going to be missed tonight, but looking forward to next week because Cougar's going to take care of business and then get either Clinton or Bethany. All right, back down here, Cord Coffey. Tell us a little bit. You told us about yourself. I want to start with a little bit of, just it can be serious, it can be light. And this first question for all of you, then we'll just move on down to George and Delaware and Brennan. But memory on the field, off the field. High school brings a lot of fun stuff, man. Talk to us. Let the folks know a little bit about what influenced you and one of your greatest memories.
Yes, sir. I'd probably have to say one of my greatest memories would be this summer when I was training with Dan Cody. We worked a lot this summer, and we got a lot of one-on-one work. And one day he wanted to go to the amphitheater and have me run the stairs. So I was at the bottom. I was going up and down, just giving it 100%. And on like my 6th or 7th time, I was at the bottom, and I was so gassed. And he was at the top of the amphitheater, and looking up at the guy who had done exactly what I want to do and play at the next level, training me. It was just a pretty special moment, so that's my favorite memory.
Yeah, that's really cool. I know Dan's part of that. Has a big impact on the program, and of course, had a little Colgate in his blood too.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's great.
My favorite memory, it's not really as serious as chords. Really, as a team, we have a thing. We
wouldn't expect anything different.
Yeah, but we like to steal the other team's towels if they got their gloves like in their waistband. It's like a little souvenir for. And I have a nice collection. I got McAllister ones, Ardmore ones, Fort Gibson, and it's just like a little token, to remember back when I'm old, the good old days.
What do you pull it and stash it somewhere?
Yeah, you pull it and you like put it in your pants real quick so the refs don't see it. And then when you go over the sidelines, you like look someone just like, hey, and then throw it to them, and you get it after the game. It's like a trophy collection.
I could see a big quilt one day, man.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
All right.
So my favorite memory probably has to be coming in against McAllister and helping beat them up pretty badly this year. It was a lot of fun coming in.
You know, say that again, beat them up.
Yeah, beat them up, beat McAllister up.
Big time, man. That was a big time thrashing.
Yes, sir.
Good job, you bet. Brennan.
My favorite memory probably is going to be just joining football back and like reuniting with all my buddies that I grew up with and distanced from for a little bit. But
yeah,
got to come back and get close to them again.
Yeah, people don't realize the closeness. I mean, you're together almost year round now, the off season and practices. Brendan, let's move back. Start with you and go back the other direction now. 4 games away. You got to take it one at a time. Start with Oologah tonight, and but let's talk about what, from your perspective, what's it going to take to make a run to the Winter State Championship now?
Just the mindset, because we can do it, but we just got to set our mind to it and just the energy, have everything ready, and just get rolling.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, it starts tonight. Delaware.
I think what we need to do, we need to have pretty consistent practices. No bad practices. Everyone needs to stay focused. That way we can all focus on beating the team that we're playing and hopefully move on.
Practice is so important. It's the way you perform usually, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
You learn that. You don't like to hear that sometimes. You don't get the grind, but it's so true when you go out there and put on feel good words, man.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I think it's a little different. I think in the beginning of the year we came out with a lot. It was almost like an arrogance, a certain amount of moxie and swag, and we lost that. So I think what we really need to bring that cockiness back to the culture. Like someone gets a big play, everyone needs to be jumping around. We need to be talking to their team. Like I'm a big believer. Like if you're whipping someone, you got to tell them that you're beating up on them and see how they'll respond to it.
Yeah, and I think you're probably the one that could lead in that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think I've heard you a few times.
A couple times, yeah, probably.
That's good stuff. George?
Yes, sir. Piggyback off of what George said, we just got to play with some swagger and go out there and have some swag. And it's a train to the top and try and get to the top of the mountain. Everybody's got to get on board. So we're all on board and we're ready to get to the top.
Got it. We continue our pregame show. 3 more seniors have taken behind the podium, so to speak, here at the calendar room. We taped this, of course, earlier in the week before our game tonight against the Oologah Mustangs in the playoffs. We've got 3 more seniors, 3 guys that have been here for a while. I'm going to let each of you comment on that. Let's start here. You got Xander Ryan, Fisher Moore, Case Stafford, from left to right, or from my left to right. Xander, we'll start down here with you just to tell us a little bit about yourself and where you play, position, so forth, and we'll move on down the line.
I'm Xander. I was born out of Sydney, Australia. My positions, I play running back and star. I've been with the program now for 6 years, and I'm just glad to finish it strong, have a strong finish for my senior year with my brothers.
Yeah, it's cool. Thank you, man.
I'm Fisher. I've also been here for 6 years, 7th grade. Fullback, running back, linebacker, pretty much it.
Yeah.
I'm Case. I play receiver and corner, and I've been here since 7th grade, and it hasn't been easy, but it's been fun.
Yeah, one thing you notice all 3 of these had in common, been here from, played together from when to the 7th grade level. It's, you've been here from the kind of program player, been here from the beginning. And 3 of the 10 that have done that, and really good to have you guys on here. So, sometimes I ask the other guys, I'll start down here with you, Xander. A lot of memories are made on and off the field, and you've had a lot of practices, a lot of games, a lot of walks in the hallways and so forth. Have fun with it, or whatever, or it could be a serious one. Tell us what some of your favorite thoughts about being here at Ada.
My favorite thing about being here at Ada, just coming out here with all these guys and going to work every day, and everyone's giving 100% every day. We take no days off, and I just love seeing us progressing as a team and just coming out here and grinding every day with them. And it showed up against McAllister, and I think if we can continue to play how we did against McAllister, then we can make a far run in the playoffs and win that state chip.
Yeah, and only 4 games away, one at a time, though.
Yes, sir.
That's been the message, I'm sure, practice all week. Can't play next week unless you win this week.
Sir.
So before we move on to Fisher, Truth Serum, I know you're the state champion, 400 meter, 95-yard touchdown run this year.
Yes, sir.
Got some great blocking on the edge, and you turn on the wheels. Were you starting to run out of gas?
Yeah, definitely. About halfway through that run, I was a little winded, but you know what? I'm not going to stop. Like, once I see that open grass, I'm going full steam ahead until I get to that end zone.
Yeah, that was exciting. Fisher.
My favorite memory would probably be like 7th grade summer workouts. We were all really chubby in 6th grade and little. We never worked out much. So coming into 7th grade, back then we got to work out with the high schoolers a couple times. So working out with them was just crazy. It was pretty gross, but every time we'd finish conditioning, a lot of us would be throwing up and everything. So it was a couple times I was at a trash can with some of the high schoolers throwing up, and they were just telling me to keep going. So it's pretty.
That was what grade?
7th grade, going into 7th grade.
Wow, man, you stuck. So a lot of people quit after that. That many years ahead. That's big time. Fisher, leading tackler on the Cougars, and George Maddox been right there all season long. But the defense has been stellar, and needs to be continue to be strong in the postseason. Defense is going to win championships when the weather starts getting cold. So I know you know that, and looking forward to the challenge. All right, Case.
I wouldn't really say I have a favorite memory. I would just say my favorite thing about this team is just how far we've come since whenever Coach Osteen first got here in our sophomore year. I mean, we were not very good, to be honest. We only won, 2 or 3 games. And then I think it's just cool how far we've come, how in a short amount of time, because it normally takes a lot of teams, like, way longer than it took us just to get to the point where we are now. So I think just back-to-back playoff runs just shows really how far we've come.
Yeah, a chance to move on. And, I know one thing Coach Osteen said, he said, third year is going to be our year. And if we can do it before then, great. And kind of knocked on the door and won a few games, started rebuilding, made the playoffs last year, and now a 9-win season. So I guess obviously you bought into that when he came in and preached that message to you.
Right.
Yeah. What's it going to take? I mean, you got to take one at a time. You got Oologah this week. If you win that, Clinton or Bethany, then probably Wagner, then maybe Pota, who knows. But what's it going to take to get to that Thursday game?
I think all of us just need to focus on the game that's before us, because we can't. I mean, obviously we want to get the state championship, but we can't look that far into it, because we got to know it's either win or go home every single game. So we know that we just have to look at the team in front of us and game plan and lock in, and everybody has to believe that we're going to win.
No rest and wait until next week's game. This time, because it's kind of that do or die time.
Yeah, well, that is.
Good words, man. Seniors can lead the way, and that's one of the reasons we're having you on. It's senior leadership that kind of take you to that pinnacle. Fisher.
I believe that a lot of us, if we can just do our job, like Coach Osteen says, if every person on the team does their job, then we'll win. The Cougars will come out on top. If D-line does their job, frees the linebackers up to do their job. If O-line does their job, frees the running back to do their job. It's everyone working as a team to do their job, and we can make it really far in the playoffs and win the state championship.
Yeah. I want to thank you, Fisher. All
right, backing off what Fisher said, all 11 men got to do their job. We got to all play as a team. If one guy takes one rep off, then it's going to show up on film, and we're going to have mistakes happen. And we got to have every man do their job, or we're going to fall apart. Like, we can't come out flat anymore. We got to come out and have our foot on the gas pedal from the start of the game and to the finish of the game. If we come out flat, then that wasn't good. We saw that in the Poto game. We came out flat, and we saw it happen on the scoreboard right there. But if we come out strong and finish strong, I believe we're going to be raising that number 1 at the end of the season.
Yeah. We continue our visit with 3 more of the 10 Ada seniors here at the pregame show. Got Tyler Walker, Chase Bailey, Kate Mitchell from my left to my right, guys. Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, let's start over here, Tyler. A little bit about yourself, and then we'll go right on down to Chase and Kate.
I'm Tyler Walker, number 29, kicker, senior for Ada. I play soccer, and yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's a great job. Appreciate you, man.
I'm Chase Bailey. I'm number 9. I am the strong safety. Yeah.
Got some wheels that I didn't think you knew you had here earlier this season.
Yeah.
I knew you were fast, but man, you remember a couple interceptions now?
I think I have like 3.
3, yeah. One of them, you didn't quite take it to the house, did you?
No, I think I got it to the 20.
Like a 60-yard return, something that was big time. All right, Caden.
I'm Caden Mitchell, number 17, senior, and I also play soccer.
40, and I'm sorry I don't have this week's stats in front of me. Last time I looked, maybe 43 or 48, somewhere in that neighborhood. I'll officially update it here later in the pregame show, but been solid on extra points. Talk about, yeah, it's big time. Yeah. Okay, Tyler, back down to you. Lots of memories. I talked to the other guys about it as being here at Ada and playing football or even in the hallways. Talk about it. Just have fun with it.
I mean, obviously a major memory I had that changed my life was Ardmore last year. I got an injury, but it was still fun while I was there. I mean, I really enjoyed that game. It's probably one of the best games I've ever been to or anything like that.
Did that happen on the tackle?
Yeah, or I guess you could call it a tackle.
The tackle. Come on, guy, was it a good tackle?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Okay. You didn't see his eyes when he said that. That's great. That's good. That's big time. Go ahead, Chase.
All right, probably my favorite memory is the Durant game where I had that 60-yard interception. It was a good feeling, and after I got up from getting tackled, I looked up at the stands and everyone cheering me on. It was a good feeling.
I think that's one of 21 secondary interceptions this season so far by the Ada Cougars. They've been outstanding and on the backside of the defense. Chase, help them lead the way. Okay.
My favorite memory was this year against Salisaw. Guy broke like 4 tackles. Saw him coming my way, so had to lay the boomstick on him. Saved a touchdown.
You literally won the touchdown saving tackle. So both kickers, memories, guys, is laying the boomstick on somebody.
Mine, I just didn't get hurt on.
Yeah, you didn't get hurt on. Did it sting a little bit, to be honest?
It kind of hurt my head because I have no air in my helmet.
Yeah.
So, but that's about all.
But you did it, man. You got the accolades for that. All right, let's stay right here with you. State championship. You ever dream of a game-winning kick?
I do, but at the same time, how nervous I would be. Ooh, that's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
On the game-winning kick for state.
Yeah. What's it going to take to get to that game?
Probably just practice and hard work.
Yeah. Good. Chase?
We need to have the same mentality that we had against McAllister. I know it's probably a common answer, but we had a different mentality against them, and since then it's still good. It's just not that mentality.
How's that been in practice this week so far? We're taping this earlier in the week, but how's that been the first couple of days of practice?
First couple of days, it's been up there, but we just need to keep it up there.
Seniors can lead the way. I said that while ago. You can be part of that. I know you will be. That's all right. All right, Tyler.
I mean, everyone else has been saying it, but from I guess not really a player I mean, I am a player, but I kind of watch it on the side. Definitely the McAllister game. There really was a different level of intensity that game and the week leading up to it. And I think if we keep how we did, how we played and practiced against them, we could definitely take it to the number 1. So
yeah. So it all starts tonight. Tyler Walker, Chase Bailey, Caden Mitchell. It's been my pleasure watching this season. Looking forward to several more. Thanks for taking the time today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This has been the pregame show interview with the seniors. Stay with us. We got more pregame coming up next. Cougar football streaming at kadaradio.net.
Welcome back to Coy Easto Stadium. You see Norris Field down below. I'm Kenny Morrison alongside Trey Kinley. Hope you enjoyed the elongated pregame show that included the interviews with 10 Cougar seniors and Coach Brad Osteen, and brought a joy to be able to sit down with those young men. Trey, it's just about go time. About 7 minutes till kickoff. The captains are about to take the center of the field for this playoff game from Coyisto Stadium. Fisher Moore and George Maddox, the M&M brothers, are down there, 2 leading tacklers for the ball club for the Ada Cougars, will be the captains tonight as they take the middle of the field against the Oologah Mustangs. And let's go ahead and set the captains for Oologah as they are locked arm in arm down below. And their captains will be number 2, Jackson Burchett, a senior wide receiver defensive back. Their best running back, number 21, Ashton Wright. Number 54, offensive lineman and defensive lineman Tyler Stovall. And a lineman, number 55, Jackson Gill. Cougars 6-0 at home. Oologah 3-3 on the road. Been a pretty decent road team. Oologah comes in, pretty good offense, Trey Kinley. They average 357.2 yards per game and 34.2 points. The Cougars, in comparison, 30.7 points a game and 331.6 yards of offense per game for the Cougars.
One like opponent, Fort Gibson.
Yep.
They played them week 1, I believe.
Beat them 56-20. Cougars' victory over Fort Gibson in district play was 48-14. Oologah has won the toss here in the playoff game. They have deferred. The Cougars will receive and move from south to north to start things. These two teams have played twice in their history. Both have been in the postseason, including 2017 when Ada had to come from behind, but got it done en route to.
Well, there went my Mick Cowan trivia question. Sorry, guys. Yeah. Came from behind, scored 14 in the fourth. We won't talk about the other game. How about that?
There you go.
Scored 14 in the fourth in 2007 to face Bethany in the third round, I believe.
They did, and this is kind of how funny history can almost repeat itself. The Cougars can win, and Bethany can win at Clinton. The Cougars would play Bethany in the second round next week. Of course, you take them one at a time. The Cougars trying to find a way to advance. The last home playoff game for the Ada Cougars came 3 years ago. They beat an upcoming Elk City team right here at Coyisto Stadium in 2020 and got a big win. I think it was 47-7. I should have looked back, but I think that's in that neighborhood. They hammered them pretty good, and then weren't able to go play at Clinton because of the COVID year. So the Cougars glad to be back at Coyisto Stadium, and here comes your Ada Cougars. Xander Rhines and Chauncey Conway leading the way. They take a knee in the end zone as the teams get ready. The Cougars in their maroon uniforms, maroon helmets, got the white numerals. They're fired up. They're ready to go. Oologah in white on the far side, gold helmets, like some navy, maybe blue numbers.
Yeah, I don't think it's not a royal, but I don't know if it's as dark as the Navy. It's the Royal Navy.
When the Cougar offense has the football, they'll have it first, moving from south to north, averaging over 30 points a game. Starting 5 tonight on the line, Dawson Matthews, left tackle. Isaiah Hayden, the guard. The center's Kel Fuller. Ashton Rowell, the right guard. Makir Sanusi, the right tackle. The quarterback will be sophomore Brock Boyles, who's tossed 21 touchdowns to 6 interceptions this year. Colton Carlock will start at running back. And then the sniffer back or the fullback will be Fisher Moore. The tight end will be Cord Coffey. The wide receivers, Deontay Lindsay and LaKeven Richardson. Again, it's an Ada team that has a good balance. About 52-48. 52 rushing yards to 48% passing yards on the season. Oologah about a 60-40 team. But you heard Coach talk about Oologah. He feels they're going to try to come out and run it down the Cougars' throat. The Cougars are going to be out to stop the run early. But it'll be the offense first for Ada. Oologah will put it on the tee. Sophomore Sam Hogue just inside the right hash mark. This is playoff football. Kicking off tonight all around, about right now, all across the state of Oklahoma. Bunch of great games. Hogue on the tee. LaKeven waits on it, and it's going to be Deontay at the 15, coming left, 25. Got some speed, 35. Cuts back to the middle, 40, 45. Deontay to the 48-yard line. Deontay Lindsay caught it around his 10, 15-yard line, got all the way to the 48. He caught that with momentum as he had some speed before he caught the football, and the Cougars have going to set up shop officially at the 47 after a nice return by Deontay Lindsay.
He caught that about the 15, Kenny.
So a 32-yard return from the 15 to the 47. Cougars start with an empty set. Trips to the right. Carlock will now come into the backfield, and the Cougars have too many men moving at the same time. One of the game plans
was
a lot of trying to get Oologah off balance. A lot of team shifts, as I would call it.
Window dressing type stuff.
Yep, and that time they had too much going on. So
I was looking down at the stats, so
a false start puts it at the 42, 1st and 15. Shotgun for Brock. Carlock on his right hip, gets it off the left tackle into the second level to the 45. Grabbed around the ankles on a sure tackle by number 27, Gavin Salt, at the 45-yard line. So Colton got 3 to the 45. Carlock came into this game pretty good, 72 rushes, 523 yards, just behind Xander by 50 yards regular season in rushing. Brock going to change the play. Got twin receivers right, a single to the boundary side. That's Lindsey locked up in man-to-man with Sam Hogue. Brock sees it. Let's see if they've switched to maybe a go pattern for Deontay. They're going to back off Deontay. Play action over the middle. Fisher down the seam to the 41. They liked what they saw from Fisher out of the backfield.
Broken hand and all, Kenny.
Maxim Becker got him, but a first down at the 40. They got 15. Love the play change. They really worked on Fisher out of the backfield down the seam tonight, and they go to him on the second play from scrimmage. You got Case Stafford in the game at a wide receiver. He's wide right with LaKeven. Play action, Brock going to keep it. Quarterback run game, you hadn't saw that much this year.
No, but keep them honest.
He got 2. They kind of put it in the belly of Carlock and took it out. Brock to the 38-yard line. Second down and 8. The ball rests in between the 39 and 38. For the Cougars, as Boyles got a couple on first down. Brock stoned the ball, 80 of 155 this year, just over 50%, with 1,571 yards through the air. 1 of 1 tonight. Takes the snap, throws out in the flat behind LaKeven. A timing pattern, and you just do it too far behind LaKeven. Pat goes incomplete. Cougars already in some interesting territory at the 38-yard line on 3rd and 9. Is it 4-down territory? If you get a positive play, probably. If not, maybe you pin them a little bit.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
Coffee, the tight end on the right. Fisher Morris set up as the fullback or the sniffer on the right. They now shift. The whole offense shifts to the left side, the power side. Brock awaits the snap. Pitch to Xander. Coming left on the corner. Cuts it back up inside, and not much. 3 Mustangs got him, and a late flag comes in.
Oh, seriously.
Not sure what we saw.
They're going to call personal foul on, I think.
Xander got 3, or not quite 3. Yep. Illegal block against the Cougars.
Dawson Matthews was blocking after the play right towards an official who blew his whistle and separated him, and then the white hat threw the penalty in from way deep. So
an illegal block. Cougars a couple of penalties here on the first position. A 1-yard gain by Xander. It's going to be 4th down from the 37. We'll play field position. You know, me and Coach talked about this in our pregame show. And I asked him the question about the turnover battle, also field position being critical. And then punting's not a bad play. Got a chance to pin them deep. Brock puts a foot into it.
That should be a 5-yard penalty.
Hits at the 6 and just goes into the end zone. Oh, he almost got it. Another flag comes in at the goal line as Brock Boyles came in, 27 punts, 32.4 average. That one goes for 37 and no return. Let's see what the flag is. So Ada got a good kickoff return, got a first down on a pass to Fisher Marr, but they stall out, and Oologah, pretty high-powered offense, will take over. Another personal foul against Ada. Or I say another. The first one was not a personal, so they're going to move it So instead of a touchback at the 20, they're going to move it. They should move it all the way to the 35-yard line. So there goes field position.
Kenny, we're going to watch that again.
So for 9:41 to play opening quarter, Oologah takes over for the first time. We'll set the Ada defense in just a moment. The quarterback for Oologah is number 11, and they moved. Brad Hoyston is the quarterback. Hoyston's a junior, and they've moved on their first play. So a little bit of jitters there early. Let's set that Ada defense for you. Will Johnson, defensive end. J.B. Coyle, nose guard. Dawson Matthews, the start tonight ahead of Will Johnson out there at the left defensive end. Inside backers, Fisher Moore and George Maddox. Eli Justice, Karan Richardson. The outside backers will set the secondary in just a moment. Hoyston hands it off to Wright. 35-yard line. Coming up to get him is number 3, Colton Carlock, but Wright got 5. Wright's probably their best running back. Probably no problem about it. 109 rushes, 703 yards, 6.5 per tote, 7 touchdowns. Oologah goes pretty quickly to the line of scrimmage. Hoyston on the snap, hard count, has pulled Dawson Matthews offside. The first gain actually went to the 36-yard line for 6. Now an offside will give them a first down at the 41. I guess it's 2nd and 5. How'd they not have a...
Who had that first rush, Kenny?
Well, it was number 21, Wright. They're going to hand it off to Wright again. This time, and Fisher Marge got him at the 41. So Fisher got him to the 41, so it's going to be third. There we go, and now it's third down. I thought they had a change. I was really confused with my stat. They go quickly, hoist into the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Hoyston drops back to pass. Flush left. Maddox chasing. Tucks it. Got a first down. 50 into Cougar territory. He's elusive. They didn't take the right angle. Good coverage downfield. But they didn't get the right angle. And Hoyston, number 11, got a first down to the 49-yard line. They go quickly. Hoyston in the shotgun has Wright, Ashton Wright, behind him about a step and to his left. The initial first down. Hoyston takes the snap, tries to keep it, and he doesn't have much. He cracks the 50-yard line. Like J.B. Coyle, Colton Carlock up supporting as well. The ball moves to Ada territory, to the 48-yard line. He's 2nd down and 7. They got 3. It's Hoyston. He can throw it. He can also run it. He's rushed for 456 yards on 100 carries. He's thrown the ball for 1,428 yards. Good quarterback. Hands it to Wright. Right into the secondary. 40, 35, 30, 25. Bailey's got him, but not before he got to the 23-yard line. Big gain of 25 by Ashton Wright. Well, Chase got him, but not before Wright got 25. Just kind of that little inside handoff to 23. They go pistol. Hoyston hands it to Wright again off the left side. This time the Cougars stop it. Wright didn't have much that time. It was like Fisher Moore in there. Fisher had 16 tackles a week ago, and that goes for no gain. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Will Johnson also in on the tackle. Cord Coffey came in after the second play of the game, replaced Matthews at a defensive end position. 2nd down and 10 from the 23. Twin receivers left and also twins to the right. Got a wildcat formation with Jaden Tanner. Direct snap to Tanner, not much. They
bubbled the snap there, Kenny.
They spread the field, and Tanner ran it up the gut. Didn't get a whole lot. Looks like Cord Coffey got him. They move it to the 22, so it's a 3rd and 9. The Cougar defense bending a little bit, trying not to break. Opponent's 35.1% coming in on 3rd down. 52 of 148. Broken Bow was really good last week on 3rd down against the Cougars. 9 of 15. Trip receivers, 2 left, 1 right. Ashton Wright is behind the quarterback Hoyston, the junior signal caller. Play clock inside 10. Hoyston awaits the snap. Play action. rolls right. Good coverage downfield. Steps up in the pocket. Going down. That'll go for a sack of a yard. George Maddox had him for lunch at the 24. The Cougars, I mean, it's barely a loss, but it's a loss of 1, and that's good for the 9th quarterback sack of the year.
Yeah, good job there. Quarterback did a good job stepping up in the pocket, but then the guys had not gone too far upfield where they could come back and make the tackle.
Coverage downfield's been good twice. 4th and 10. Oologah goes for it. Trips left, the wide side. Single to the right. Cougars
that's a hold. Thank you.
They're going to flush Hoiston out of the pocket. They're going to get him way back at the 34. Chauncey Conway ripped him down as the Cougars find some momentum. They'll decline the holding call, but Conway came in and ran down Hoiston. But again, Trey, a coverage sack. Hoiston had initially had a little bit of time, but there's nobody open downfield. The Cougars take over after the 9-yard loss.
Yeah, what happened there, Kenny, is Kelton timed it perfectly, and the center basically got bull rushed, but he pulled Kelton down with him. That was the holding call, and then that kind of blew everything up the middle, forced him out to his right, and then a good job of pursuing by the guys.
Yeah, how about Kelton? I saw that. He shot in there like a bullet. Beautifully timed play. Cougars' second possession. They take over. They shift everybody to the left. Now watch this play. Potentially, I'll show you how in a moment. Here's a handoff to Colton to the 36-yard line. Trey, watch for this. I thought we might see it right there. They got a play tonight where Cord will actually look like he's at the guard position. They'll shift the tackle to the right side, but Cord will still be uncovered. The wide receiver will be a yard off the line of scrimmage. He'll be eligible on that side.
Gotcha.
It kind of set it up there. We kind of be watching that for at some point tonight. Kelton Stipe in as the sniffer back.
Yeah, we got Carlock in the Wildcat.
Takes the snap, roams right, nowhere to go. They key on him, they stuff the run. Good pursuit in there by Maxim Becker. Pretty good linebacker, a senior. Got Colton back at the 35. He lost 1. The Cougars face a 3rd and 7. Cougars 39.6% on 3rd down this year. They've converted 44 of 111. .444 to play here in the opening quarter. No score. Cougars' second possession. The winner moves on to the second round of the 4A playoffs. Brock going to throw a quick pass. Caught, and did he drop it? It's dropped. Would have been about a yard short of a first down. Tried to hit Deontay, who could not hang on to it. Just kind of a little curl to Deontay, and the Cougars will have to punt here on their second possession. Punted on their first. Brock had a 37-yarder. He'll be in punt formation back at his 23-yard line. Back at his own 32. Looks like he might have Jackson Burchett. End-over-end
bounce
kick.
good.
35-yard line. Bounces inside the 30. Cougars watch it roll. Goes all the way down to the 26-yard line. 39 yards and no return. So they turn the field. And again, kind of why you settled in here. Again, we talked about it. Punting, not always a bad play. And the Cougars this time did not commit a penalty on the punt.
They didn't do one last time either, Kenny.
Oologah will
just
take
in case
over.
you were wondering.
Oologah will take over at the 26-yard line.
Unless we said something, it was crazy.
Probably said something, I would assume. Shotgun formation from the 26-yard line. Hoiston going to roll left, throw it out in the flat, and caught and dropped by Ryan Tunison.
Woo! We got lucky there, Kenny. He had some room to run.
He did. He kind of went at the 34-yard line, the ball right in the hands of Tunison, and he dropped it. Hoiston, again, passes it at a 54% clip.
Yeah, I'd be having him rolling out, Kenny. He seems to throw pretty well on the run. He can move well.
2nd and 10. Chase Bailey as safety. Xander Rhines out there on a corner right now. Oh, it's hand off, but nowhere to go.
Fisher and
Cord Coffey eats Ashton right up at the 25. He lost 1, a negative play. Emphasis this week, if you heard our pregame show, Coach Osteen is, Trey, got to stop the run. We got to have gap integrity. He felt like the Cougars were just out of position the last 2 weeks too many times defensively. Second down and call it 11. The ball just outside the 20, between the 24 and 25-yard line. Hoiston back to pass, rolling left, being chased, gets out of it, got all kinds of room. 40, 45, easy first down, 50, 45-yard line. Big. He just turned and went to, after he got away after rolling left, the field was wide open, and he got a big gain of 35.
If you're gonna go chase, you still have to have your gap integrity, regardless if you're an offensive lineman or a defensive lineman or whatever.
Hoiston and company go quick. Karan Richardson and George Maddox now playing on the outside. Kelton Stipe, an inside backer. Brennan Riddle not playing tonight, recovering from a concussion. There's a pass in the flat caught by Tunison. He immediately brought down by LaKeven. Going to mark it to the 42-yard line.
Good job, Keeve, closing in and a sure-handed tackle.
There's a 30-yard pickup on that previous play. No, not 35. Now the ball's at the 42. Second down and 7. Hoiston hands it to right. 40-yard line, but not much more. Maddox and Marr. So 2 yards for Wright. They're running off that left side. They're pretty big up front. You got Brace Byers, Cooper Robinson, Tyler Stovall, Wrangler Dix, and Jackson Gill, the 5 up front for the Oologah Mustangs. 2:15 to play. Third down and 5. Ball rests in Ada territory at the 40. Twin receivers each side. Stipe times it again. He's after the quarterback. Oh, baby! Ball's loose! Karan scoops! And the Cougars got it at the 38. Karan couldn't scoop it, but JB got it. How about Kelton Stipe? A bullet out of the gun. Got the quarterback with beautiful timing, and the Cougars take over.
Just going to let you know, we're going to get called for offsides on that sometime tonight, but we're going to keep going to it.
So Coyle gets it, caused by Stipe. We'll try to show that
back
one
at the 45. I didn't get it, Kenny. I apologize.
Kelton Stipe, a beauty, as he timed that beautifully. The ball at the 38-yard line. 1:59 to play. They hand it off secondary. Colton Carlock to the 35-yard line.
Kenny, who recovered that fumble? Did you tell?
J.B. Coyle.
J.B. did?
I thought Karan was going to scoop and look at going to the house. They got to the 34-yard line from the 38 on Carlock's carry. Second down and 6.
That was very similar, Kenny, looking back at it, at what happened to Brock a couple weeks ago when he got sacked. Was trying to throw it, but it spun him, and the throw ended up going backwards.
Colton having to pick his way right. And good penetration. He didn't get much. In fact, he got nothing. Brought down, getting up off the bottom, looked like Brady Evans. In fact, no gain. Ball resting just about where it was prior. 34, they need to reach the 28. So third down and 6 for Ada. That turnover by the Ada Cougars, the 28th they forced this year. They've turned it over 18 times. So they're plus 10. And Kelton Stipe has already made 2 huge plays in this game.
I hope we don't have to call a timeout here, Kenny.
4 to get the playoff. Brock from the gun takes the snap. Play action. Throws deep down the right sideline. Got a man and high point. Caught and dropped. Oh, good coverage to jar it loose from that Deontay. It is Deontay. Pretty good coverage out there at the last minute trying to get the number. That it looked like Deontay almost had it high pointed. And Ada's going to go for it this time on 4th down. Like number 40 was out in coverage.
Deontay had it with both hands. Kenny high pointed it like you said, and the defensive back did a good job of swiping it.
From the 34, they need 6 to the 28. Brock changing the play.
Yep, going for a quick offsides encroachment.
Ball just inside the left hash, checks his wristband. Twin receivers right, Deontay single to the left, the boundary side. Brock takes the snap.
Fisher.
Play action. Throws for, and he missed him. Had him wide open. It either came out of his hands weird or it was deflected. He had a little bit of pressure, but Fisher had slipped out, and he was open.
He was scoring, Kenny. That was I shouldn't say that. He sure had a lot of open field.
They had slipped him out from that sniffer back position.
Yep.
So Ada forces the turnover, can't capitalize. Oologah takes over from their own 34 for their third possession. 32 seconds to play.
Exciting first quarter with no points.
Yeah, well, it's been back and forth. Had some big plays already. I guess the biggest, Oologah had a 30-yard broken field run by the quarterback on a scramble. Hoiston. Teron Richardson, one of the outside backers. George on the right side. Got Fisher and Kelton in the middle. Direct snap, 35, 40-yard line. Running with the football is Jaden Tanner. They like him out of the Wildcat. And he got a nice gain that time of 6.
Yeah, Cord initially tripped him up, and then Chase knocked him down.
You know, the Cougars, we knew that George, who's gone inside backer all year, would be playing some outside backer tonight with Brendan Riddle out. And when they do that, they kind of bring Kelton Stipe in the game, and that'll end the first quarter. So that ends one period of play. A lot of action, but no points. Two high-scoring teams scoreless in the first round of the Class 4A playoffs. Ada and Oologah, zip and zip. This is Cougar Football. Tonight's broadcast, a presentation of the Chickasaw Nation. Welcome back to Norrisfield, Corey Easto Stadium. I'm Kenny Morrison. Game time weather conditions tonight. A brisk 51 degrees, east-northeast wind at 5 miles per hour, and 1 quarter in the books under these conditions, and no score.
Yeah, I had to put a long-sleeve shirt on. I apologize.
I'm about to put my coat on. I hadn't done it yet, but I'm getting close.
I turned this heater towards you. I don't know if you noticed that.
Well, do it a little bit more.
Next week I'm going to have to wear shorts with a winter coat.
Braden McGilbray in the game for the Cougars. Also good to see Kamari Richardson back in the contest after missing a week.
He's in.
That's why I say after missing a week, good to see Kamari in. Twin receivers to the right. Hoist in the quarter, or back into actually it's going to be the Wildcat. They're going to hand it off to Wright, and he slips with the first wave of Cougars, but then Fisher Marr, Colton Carlock, and Karan Richardson's got him at the 43. The ball out to the 43. They need 1 for a first down. Oologah has 3 first downs. They've moved the football a bit on the Cougars. The Cougars' defense has bent a little early, but not breaking. Turnover on downs and a fumble they forced. On 3rd and 1, man in motion left to right, direct snap, and they do, I don't know. Second effort may have got Jaden Tanner the first down, and it did to the 45. Cougars hit him about the 43, but he's a strong young man. Kelton Stipe had his head in there, so a first down for Oologah to 45. Again, this is an Oologah team, 34.2 points a game. They're in the very top-heavy district with Wagner and Cushing, who played for the state championship last year out of the same district. They finished 1-2. Oologah finished 3rd. They're 3-3 in road games. They average 34.2 a game. They do give up 28.6 per game. Cougars yet to scratch on them yet. 1st and 10 from the 45. They have 3 receivers deployed, 2 left, 1 to the wide right side. Hoiston, the quarterback, keeps it, running right for 5. Carlock will make it Stipe. Kelton, number 30. Got up and got him at the 50. So the balance for this team, they get 213.4 yards rushing per game, 143.8 passing. That's about a 60-40 split, 357-plus total yards. Hoiston awaits the snap from the gun. Number 81, one of their top receivers in the slot to the left, that's Davin Shondell. Hoiston hands it off, and Wright is tripped in Cougar territory at the 47. Kelton may have got initial contact again. He just got a nose for the football, that young man. So 3rd down from the 40.
I'm going to call it 48.
Between the 47 and 48-yard line. Long 2, short 3. They'll bring twin receivers to the left side in front of the Ada bench. Deontay Lindsey, Kamari Richardson in coverage over here. Hoiston has no one out to his right. Make it Tanner going to keep out of the Wildcat, and he is
Ball,
stuck.
ball.
Loose. Who's got it? Ada's got it again. Cougars got the football. That's going to be 27 McGilvray. The Cougar defense has turned them for a second time.
Was that Hoisington that kept it?
Tanner, 22. Wildcat. Recovered by McGilvray. So Ada takes over. They forced their second turnover. So in the first half, they're winning the turnover battle. 2-0. Now it's time to put points on the board, Trey Kinley. You start your own 47 with 9:29 to play.
As somebody said in the stands, score.
Yeah.
Just score. Just do that.
Again, a defense that has been subject to giving up some points, 28.6 per game. The Oologah defense gives up 158 on the ground, 178.8 through the air this year.
We're going to see eventually some payoffs from our sticking with the run. It's a whole game.
3 receivers left. Deontay in the island here on the right. On a slant, Deontay's got it, 40, secondary, 35, 30, hello end zone, it's on its way! The playoffs have officially begun in Ada. Deontay Lindsay on the slant, high-stepping it to the end zone, 53 yards. The Cougars have struck first, 6-0 against Oologah.
Like I said, Kenny, that play-action pass there, Brock fakes it, safety comes up, Deontay gets inside his corner, and then there's no help over the top.
Maddox Devilbus tried to get him but couldn't.
I'm not going to call that being prophetic because I did not mean that play.
Caden Mitchell, the extra point off the hold of Stafford. Fisher Moore the snap with 9:19 to play in the first quarter. Ada's gone on top 7-0. A one-play, 53-yard drive. They had trips to the left. Little play action to bring the safety up. And Trey Kinley, watch the result one more time. Brought to you by Ada Nissan. On a slant, Deontay's got it, 40, secondary, 35, 30, hello end zone, it's on its way! The playoffs have officially...
Kenny, it wasn't actually the safety, it was the outside linebacker who, when he crashed in, it opened up the window for the ball to be thrown through, and then they just had the single high safety. That's who Deontay stepped out of.
Deontay's 12th touchdown reception. Brock's 22nd touchdown pass. The Cougars turn a turnover into points instantly, forcing 2 early turnovers, now leading 7-0. The defense setting up the offense, and offense wasted no time in striking.
Yeah, I like the aggressive call right after a turnover. I've always liked that. Go get them quick if you can.
Caden Mitchell, who just booted through another extra point, has been brilliant this year. Puts it on the tee. High pooch kick, 33, returnable 35, and not much, 37-yard line. Xander Rhines got down there and helped make the tackle. Landon Roach on the return. So decent field position. 38-yard line for Oologah. They've had 3 possessions, turnover on downs, and 2 fumbles.
That was not a real sure catch there, Kenny. I look for us to kick it there again when we can.
George Maddox, Xander Rhines, 2 seniors getting the crowd fired up. Cougars on top on the high side. 7:09, 15 to play.
Sanders out at corner, Kenny.
He was out there earlier in the earlier possession. Play action by Hoiston. Nobody open. Sprints right. Chelsea Conway chasing him. Now hurls one downfield and just had to throw it away.
Good form tackle there by Fish that Hoisington's going to feel tomorrow morning, hit him right in the gut.
Conway and Marr are both in pursuit of the quarterback, and I'm telling you right now, the secondary is covering them up. And it's real interesting the package they've gone with the speed of Xander out here on a corner. He's guarding Jackson Burchett.
It's interesting, too. He's got his back to the ball.
Burchett has 30 receptions on the year. Top receiver for Oologah. 2nd and 10, Hoiston going to run. Left with it. Weaving, nowhere to go. Cougars stuff him. Chauncey Conway has come to play some football, Trey Kinley. Him and J.B. Coyle eat up the quarterback.
Yeah, if you're going to run sideways like that, you've got to get up the field. Ada's got some speed on the edges where they can pursue backside. When you plant your foot and don't go up the field, that's what you're going to feel.
That was a designed run all the way by the quarterback, Hoist, and he caught it and just tried to go off that big offensive line on the left and had nowhere to go. On third down, they go, Hoiston has right on his hip, left hip. Trip receivers right, ball on the left hash. Hoiston, three-step drop. Nowhere to go with it. Steps up. Flush, still being chased. Oh, George! Sling him down, big boy! George Maddox just pinned Hoiston to the turf. The third Cougar sack. George picked him up and slung him down at the 29.
I'm glad he didn't release him about halfway through that tackle, Kenny. It probably would have been a penalty. He let him down easy.
Third Cougar sack. And again, I know I keep repeating it, but nothing downfield, Trey.
Yeah, I'm going to be real honest with you. I was worried about Xander because the receiver cut inside.
So punting formation, LaKeven Richardson back at his 35. Burchett to punt, end over end. They let it go. It takes a Cougar bounce upfield to the 37-yard line. So 33 yards, no return on the punt. And Ada takes over. That's a great defensive stop. Some minor adjustments by this coaching staff, Trey Kinley, after the first two possessions. Although Oologah didn't score, they moved the football a little bit. But since the last couple of possessions, Ada has really, really closed every gap defensively.
A couple gash plays is really all they've had, Kenny. By the quarterback making great plays. Those count, obviously. But that's other than those, we played pretty well.
Colin Christian comes in the game late. He'll set up in the slot to the right. Boyles has, I think, Karan Richardson to his left. Takes the handoff. Cuts back against the grain a bit.
Good hard run.
Got a yard. They was
again
not much real estate there, though, as Jaden Tanner got in there with a couple other Oologah Mustangs.
No gain. No, gave him a yard.
Got a yard. 37 to the 38. 2nd and 9 for Ada. 7:13 to play, second quarter. Cougars 7. Oologah zip.
1 yard runs aren't bad as long as you make them pay for it later in the game.
Karan had 10 carries a week ago, I think 54 yards in his first game back after a 4-week hiatus with a knee injury. 2nd and 9. Deontay Lindsey goes wide to the left side. Got trips to the near side. Play action by Brock. Steps up in the pocket. Fires one last minute. Nobody open. Just
threw it where nobody could have a chance, but Deontay.
No one open downfield as he stepped up and had to kind of elude some pass rush. It's third down. One thing
I think Brock will see on film there, he had a little bit more time than he thought he had, Kenny. They created a pretty good pocket for him, got a little antsy, but the line continued to block and kept him off of him. I think he had time there to plant and throw it.
Cougar team that's only allowed 3 sacks all season long. 3rd down and 9 from the 38. LaKeven Richardson, Case Stafford to the left side. Deontay to the near side. Man-to-man coverage over here with Devilbus. They stay in man. They take a shot.
Timeout.
Yep. Cougar only had 2 seconds to get the playoff. Good timeout. 6:44 to play for second quarter. 8 on the high side. 7-zip 2023 Class 4A playoffs. Tonight's broadcast, a presentation of the Chickasaw Nation.
Welcome back to Coyisto Stadium. This is Kenny Morrison, Trey Kinley. Mick Cowan trivia question. Ada scored 14 in the fourth quarter to beat Oologah in 2017. How many did they have to score in the fourth in the 2002 victory? Also a come-from-behind win.
3rd and 9 from the 38 for Ada. After the timeout, leading 7-0, 6:44 to play second quarter. Boyles has Karan Richardson off his right hip. He awaits the snap from the center, Cale Fuller. Takes it, sprints right on the rollout. Case is wide open. He throws it deep instead for LaKeven. He missed his wide receiver. Case Stafford was wide open at the 45-yard line, and Brock didn't see him. It would have been an easy catch and first down.
Yep.
As he rolled that way, of course, it's easy for us to see up here sitting above the stadium.
Yes.
But it was definitely something that Case was calling for the football. Real interesting. Ada will punt, third one of the game. Boyle's first 2 punts, 37 yards and 39 yards. He's at his 27-yard line. Steps into it at the 30. Low, probably non-returnable. Bounces to about the 20-yard line. Still rolling to the 19-yard line. And that's where it will set down. So a pretty good kick. 43 yards straight and no return.
I'll take it.
So again, flip the field.
Kenny, I think we'll come back to that play we just saw, too, seeing how wide open Case was. That's a real easy fix there. You know, change the read and tell Brock, hey, look at Case first, which normally you do. You work your way down the field. Technically, Keeve was double covered. It was still a throw where only Keeve could catch it. Wasn't a dangerous pass, but he's going to like to have it back if he sees it on film.
Brad Hoiston, the quarterback. Ashton Wright is to his left. They got a double tight end set. Play action, slant, ball deflected. Who got a hand on it? Looks like maybe 54 Will Johnson.
I'm going to guess Will did.
Yeah. They wanted a slant. Will got his hand up. 2nd and 10. You know, Bethany and Clinton playing in the first quarter in a 14-14 game. And
that surprises me.
Yep, a lot of points early. And Salisaw playing Cushing to a 7-7 second quarter tie right now.
How's Broken Bow faring?
Who are they playing?
Wagner.
I think it was 13-0 maybe. From the 6:20 to play, back to pass. Hoiston fires one down the field. Incomplete, almost intercepted by Kamari.
Yeah, they're going to get a hold call here, I think.
Against Ada in the secondary?
Yeah, I believe so.
Flag came late. No one open again. And then Hoiston tried to force it as he hoisted it downfield. Kamari almost had the pick. If it's a hold, it'll be a first down for
pass interference.
So pass interference against Ada. So it'll move the chains at the 6:13 mark from the original line of scrimmage of the 19. They'll move it out to the 34-yard line, or they should anyway.
I thought if it was inside 15, it was at the spot of the foul.
Or they move it to the 33. They move 14-yard penalty. Or maybe the spot was the 18. I don't know.
No, I think if it's inside 15, it goes to where the flag was.
So from the 33, there makes sense. Hand off to Ashton Wright. Fisher Moore sticks his pads in his belly and drives him down. They blow the play dead at the 34. Wright actually lunged to the 35, but it was after the play was blown dead. 2nd down and 9. Up front for the Cougars, you have Cord Coffey, J.B. Coral, and Will Johnson. Lindsay and Lakeeve in the corners. McGilvray comes out. Chase Bailey checks in. Moore and Stipe, the middle backers right now. Carlton Carlock is safety. The Cougars really have, they have all 11 within 7 yards right now of the line of scrimmage. Stipe times it again. Play action. Pass in the flat, incomplete. He tried a quick timing pattern to Tunison in front of the Ada bench. Missed him. So it's 3rd down and 9. Cougars got him behind the chains again on 3rd and 9, leading 7-zip. Ada had a stretch this year of 10 consecutive shutout quarters. Last 2 weeks, they've given up 40 and 27 points, going 1-1 in those 2 games. On 3rd and 9, Hoiston with 4 receivers deployed. Drops back, flush, sacked, oh baby!
Ball,
got him
ball.
Again! The Cougars hammer Hoiston. Stipe and company, you pick that one, Trey. Who you want to give that sack to? It's the 4th one of the night for Ada.
They time it up again, Kenny?
Whew. Timed it and came with a little more of a blitz package as well, and just brought more than Oologah could block. So Ada's 4th sack, and Hoiston never had a chance. You love what they're drawing up there.
I believe it was Cord and Stipe.
Burchett rolls right, kicked it straight up in the air. It's going to hit in Ada territory and then roll in, or in Oologah territory and roll into Ada territory. Got a good bounce for Oologah to the 43-yard line. They end up getting 35 yards on the punt. They'll take over at their 33. So officially 34 yards. No return.
Kenny, this is the most sacks I remember having all year.
4 in one game. They had 8 coming in for the season. Ada takes over at the 4:35 mark. Pitching a shutout, trying to get some more points before halftime. 7-0. They shift.
Here you go.
Everyone to the right. Handoff. Colton.
Cord was on the edge.
Dashing.
But blocked down. Setting it up.
To the 46-yard line. 2nd and 7 for Ada. Staying with that run game and just kind of stay to your game plan. Fuller over the football. Brock awaits it. Strong side to the left side. Hand to Colton again, and he's met in the backfield. It couldn't get free. Ty Cherry shot through, and they are keying on the run as well. Trey Kinley, Oologah doing a nice job crowding the line of scrimmage. Going to make Ada beat him through the air. Gavin Salt also shot through. Lost a yard to the 45. It'll be 3rd down and 8. A lot of 3rd downs and 7 and 8, in this game so far. Kelton Sipe will come in at sniffer back. Brock Boyle checks
Carlock.
out.
Brock's out, so that means Carlock, I assume, is going to take the snap at quarterback.
Yep. Cord Coffey goes wide left as a wide receiver. Colin Christian slot left, a formation we hadn't seen much of. Carlock, the quarterback, takes it. Going to run it as they spread the field. 50. First down coming. 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown! Ada! Colton Carlock says goodbye, everybody. 55 yards. A formation we have not seen a lot of. They spread the field with 4 receivers, and Colton, off some great blocking, to springing from the line of scrimmage. Once he got past the initial surge, it was a foot race, and Colton wins the battle, 13-0 Ada. $55-yard run. Stafford holds, bobbles it, picks it up, rolls right, and gets sacked. So he bobbled the snap. So the PAT, no good. Didn't get a chance. But Carlock, a 55-yard TD run, and Ada is on top, 13-zip, with 3:10 to play. As they go 3 plays and 57 yards. And as we set this one up, Trey, to watch the Ada Nissan replay, Cord Coffey goes wide left as a wide receiver. They have 4 receivers, 2 left, 2 right. Formation hadn't seen much of. Colton made the most of it. Takes it. Going to run it as they spread the field. 50. First down coming. 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown! See Carlock outrun Ty Cherry. 3 plays, 57 yards. Took Ada a minute and 25 seconds. PAT, the snap was bobbled and never got it up. They lead it, though, 13-zip. The blocking up front, as you saw that, you saw Sanusi and company, Kel Fuller, Matthews, all that. They just really did a great job getting Carlock to that second level. And Ada's on top by 13, striking quickly. Mitchell from the middle of the field will kick off. Kicks it high, out of bounds to the right side. Didn't hit that one very well. And Oologah will take over. So the Ada offense starting to find a little rhythm. They've been stuffing the run, and the Cougars just keep. I say stuffing the run. We've had some success, but Oologah's done a pretty good job getting 7 or 8 guys in the box. The Cougars just kept coming at them with different looks, different formations, and as it's finally outnumbered them, and got Colton to the edge. 3:10 to play. Oologah, second quarter, starts at their own 35, moving from south to north. Hoiston, the quarterback, 3 receivers deployed, hands it off to Ashton Wright, and he has absolutely nowhere to go. The Cougars got him at the line of scrimmage. Kelton Stipe George Maddox showing his emotions.
I'm going to guess it was George.
George is definitely the inspirational leader, and he was fired up all week long. 2nd and 10 from the 35. The Cougars almost jumped. Will Johnson got back. Hoiston awaits the snap. A trip receiver. Stipe times it up again. Stipe's after the quarterback, and he forces him to throw it away. Kelton Stipe did it again. Timed it beautifully.
Kenny, I wonder if we've picked up a tell. You know what I mean? Because it sure seems to be working every single time.
He was unabated to the quarterback, and Hoiston just had to get rid of it. 3rd down and 10 from the 35. Chase Bailey checks out. You got Carlock, who had a little bit of a break for a couple plays after that touchdown run. Teron Richardson is out. Chauncey Conway is in. He on the right side. Ryan's still the corner over here on the right. Hoiston on 3rd down. Sprints right. Looking, chased by Coffey. Fires incomplete. Punted again, Oologah. The Cougar defense has forced another 3 and out. So it took a little bit, Trey, for the teams to kind of fill each other out, and the Cougars have made the adjustments, and they have really slowed this Oologah offense down. Their last 3 possessions, they've ran a total of 11 plays. They will punt. LaKeven Richardson waits at his 35-yard line. Burchett, rugby style, end over end. LaKeven going to let it bounce.
He never got the big hop.
Nope. But it finally will roll dead at the 25-yard line. 40 yards on the punt. No return. Ada will take over with 2:16 to play. Scoring on the last possession. Ball at their own 25.
Kenny, one thing we need to watch out for with these blitzes up the middle, if they roll him out on those, our outside players have got to stay home. They can't assume when we call that up the middle blitz that they're going to get there, because if they roll him out, they're immediately dead. So they've got to stay home. Gap integrity, like we talked about, even if it's a gap on the outside.
Cougars come out of the field from their own 25, moving from north to south. You got Deontay Lindsey, Kamari Richardson wide left. Dawson Matthews lines up at the left tackle. We'll set the rest of the line again in just a moment. They hand it off up the middle. Colton surging, slanting for a couple. Tyler Stovall, one of the captains, got him up to the 38. He got 3. The 28. 2nd down and 7 for the Cougars.
Timeout.
Going to be a timeout by Oologah. 1:49 to play. First half. Second quarter action. 8 on top, 13-0. The winner plays Clinton or Bethany next week. This is Cougar football, a presentation of the Chickasaw Nation.
Welcome back to Coyisto Stadium. Kenny Morrison alongside Trey Kinley. Mason Lee. Ada Cougars leading 13-0. Minute 49 left in the first half. Ada 2nd and 7 here on their own 27, 28-yard line. Looks like we're going to have the Brock is going to be in, so a normal formation, let's call it. Let's look to see here if we do this shift with Cord. Nope, he's coming out of the game. So you got Case and Keeve down on the near side. Kamari and Deontay on the far side. Single back is Colton Carlock.
2nd down. Brock, quick wide receiver screen, and LaKeven gets smashed.
Yep.
He caught him.
Good play.
Good one-on-one play.
Good job holding on the ball, though, by Keeve.
Yeah, that was. They read that well. Number 12, Maddox Devilbus on the play.
They gave him a yard, though, Kenny. Out to the 28.
So still 3rd down and 7. Stafford will bring in the play. We play inside the 119 mark of the second quarter. 8 on top, 13-0. Lindsey, wide left. Kamari in the slot to the left. Brock awaits, takes it, hands it off to Colton. Nowhere to go. Cougars will punt.
That's okay.
Oologah will probably use a timeout to stop the clock.
I heard a whistle.
Yep, they do. So fourth down and 7. We'll keep it right here at halftime. We'll have some Ada Nissan replays. Your first half stats by Trey Kinley. Mason Lee doing a great job on camera as always tonight. As we had a rapidly moving game, still gone pretty quick, but boy, I tell you, the first quarter went in a hurry. Slowed down just a little bit now. Ada on top, 13-0. They've scored on 2 big plays, Trey, and it's been a big play offense this year. They've had a few sustained drives, but more often than not, they've struck on the big play. Once through the air tonight to Deontay, then the long run by Colton.
Yeah, but Kenny, the thing that sets up those big plays are the plays like we just had. I know we went 3 and out. Didn't want to get crazy. You're up 13-0. Defense is playing good. So even that handoff there to Colton, yeah, it was a no-gainer. But you know what? He's averaging 28 on his last 2 because of that. So just be okay. We short somebody. Kamari's running out there. Got plenty of time.
Brock's punted 3 times tonight. They've all been decent punts. His last one was 43 yards. He awaits the snap. Good blocking. High kick. Going to be another decent one if it gets a Cougar bounce. Kind of
hit his wedge.
Wedges at the 42-yard line.
Good job, Fish.
Oologah territory. 30 yards.
That's a real heads-up play there by Fish. Yeah, the ball wasn't moving, but we're wanting the clock to tick, so just leave it. Let them blow the whistle.
So Oologah takes over at their own 42 with 54 seconds to play. Ada defense just need to be solid here, Trey. No big plays. Oologah, I believe. I'll wait till the scoreboard comes back up.
They got one more timeout.
Yeah, they use at least 2. Ada crowd on their feet, encouraging the defense. The 4A playoffs from Ada.
4 wide receiver set.
3 right, 1 left to the boundary side, which is Burchett, their top receiver. Now they bring us man in motion to set up in the slot to the left. Hoist and back to pass. Those out in the flat, no good. Carlock in coverage. They tried to hit number 81 out here. And again, just not much there. Davin Shondell. Pass goes incomplete.
We've been playing some really good zero coverage, Kenny, and just manning them up.
Second down and 10. Yeah, and they've been just the opposite. They play a lot of cover 2, cover 3 normally. Ada, though, again, is manned up, and like Trey said, they've locked them down so far. Handoff, right to the 45.
Kelton and George.
Yeah, Kelton slowed him down, and then George finished him off at the 45. He got 3. Clock running at 37 seconds. 3rd and 7 from the 45. Hoyson awaits. Stipe and kind of bluffed the blitz. Caused Hoyson to look to the sidelines. See if Kelton backs off now. Hoyson awaits, takes the snap. Stipe drops into coverage. Hoyson rolls right. Nowhere to go. Sack. JB stood him up. The 5th first half sack by the Cougars. The downfield coverage again. Outstanding. And another quarterback sack.
And we called the timeout, I believe. Or do we have a penalty?
I think it's an
Ada called the timeout.
So a sack.
Make them punt it.
5 first half sacks by the Cougars. Had 8 the entire season. So the game plan, the preparation, that's not by happenstance. They saw some things, obviously, Trey Kinley, defensively, they thought they could exploit, and they've executed here in the first half. They have not given Hoyston a ton of time, and when he's had a little bit of time, the downfield coverage has been so excellent, they've been able to finally get to the quarterback.
Yeah. Kenny, you got to keep. I don't know if we're going to have an all-out blitz here, but keep an eye on a fake here. Ada calls a timeout. There's only 8 seconds left, so it's almost a situation where if you fake it and try to go for it, pop a big play on a fake, then you may get it.
With 8 seconds, there's not a lot of time. If Ada goes.
We don't have anybody back, so that's encouraging.
Punt safe. Burchett will be in punt formation. If you rough the kicker here, you don't really want to, but you can almost afford to just go all out and see what happens with only 8 seconds left. They crowd the line of scrimmage. All the Cougars standing up. Here they come. Fisher up the gut. Burchett got the kick off. Cougars get away from it. That should end the half. They let the ball bounce. And it will go dead at the 32-yard line. And that will end it. 27 yards, no return. And that ends your first half. The Ada Cougars trying to advance to the second round of the Class 4A 4-state playoffs lead the Oologah Mustangs at halftime. It's 8-13, Oologah nothing. Your first half stats, your Ada Nissan instant replays, and much, much more coming away. Cougar football. Tonight's broadcast, a presentation of the Chickasaw Nation. Trey Kinley, welcome back to Coy Easto Stadium. I'm Kenny Morrison alongside Trey Kinley, and tribute to our military.
United States Coast Guard.
Happy Veterans Day. Tomorrow's official Veterans Day, celebrated today on a Friday, and I'd like to just say, man, I'm very thankful for those who are serving currently and who have served. If you are listening and you served in our military and honored our country, protected us, as they play the music down below and honor our military on all different fronts, I want to say thank you. Man.
The United States Marines.
It's very, very important to have folks that were willing to lay down their life and serve our country, and happy Veterans Day. You deserve the thoughts today and every day. Cougars on top 13-zip at halftime. In fact, before we go to the stats, we're going to kind of carry this for just a second.
The United States Air Force.
A lot of veterans standing in the bleachers down below. 13-0 Ada at halftime. Kenny Morrison along with Trey Kinley, Mason Lee on camera. Carl Bray doing an outstanding job engineering in studio as the Cougars try to get to the second round. If they win, they'll be on the road at Clinton or Bethany, and we'll give you that score here in just a moment. But Ada took them a while, Trey. Back and forth. Ada took the football first after Oologah won the toss and deferred. Ada had to punt on their first possession after an initial first down on a nice 15-yard pass to Fisher Moore. Oologah moved the football into Ada territory, got all the way down to the Ada 23 before the Ada defense came up with back-to-back sacks. George Maddox and Chauncey Conway to force a turnover on downs. Ada would get it back and go 3 and out and have to punt. Oologah would get it back, and Colton Stipe would shoot through and make an incredible play at timing the snap, sacked the quarterback, Hoyston. J.B. Coyle came up with a fumble recovery, and Ada was set up in great shape at the 38 in Oologah territory, but could not do anything. Got to 4 yards and ended up turning it over on downs. Oologah got the ball back on their very next possession. Cougar defense rose to the occasion again, forced a fumble, recovered by McGilbray, and Ada took over at their own 47-yard line. And this time, Trey Kinley, after the second forced turnover by the Ada Cougars wasted no time in the second quarter with 9:19 to play, putting points on the board. On a slant, Deontay's got it, 40, secondary, 35, 30, hello end zone, it's on its way! The playoffs have officially begun. A slant to Deontay Lindsey. Brock Boyles hit him in stride. Deontay high-stepping it through the defenders. His 12th touchdown reception of the year. Brock's 22nd through the air. Extra point by Caden Mitchell was money, and Ada was on top 7-zip. That was 9:19 to play in the second quarter. Caden Mitchell continues to really pound through the extra points, 40 of 45 at that point on the season. So Ada went on top 7-0. Oologah would go 3 and out on their next possession. George Maddox, another quarterback sack to end the possession. Ada would get the ball after a 33-yard punt, and Ada would go 3 and out. Have to punt it, 43-yard punt by Brock Boyles. Oologah got it back, got 1 first down on a pass interference by the Cougars, but then another quarterback sack by about 3 or 4 Cougars that time in the backfield. Got hoisted back at the 23, so Oologah had to punt it again to Ada. A 34-yard punt gave Ada the ball at their own 43-yard line. Ada got a Colton Carlock 3-yard run to the 46-yard line. He lost a yard to the 45. Then on 3rd down and 8, Ada came out with a little different formation look, Wildcat, but had the receivers, Cord Coffee, split way out to the left. And this Ada Nissan replay tells you what happened next. Takes it. Going to run it as they spread the field. 50. First down coming. 45. 40. 35. 30. 25. 20. 15. 10. 5. Touchdown! Well, Ty Cherry and company finally got to Colton, but up before he crossed the goal line. 55-yard touchdown run. 5th rushing touchdown of the year by Colton Carlock. The extra point never got off the ground. There's a bobbled snap, and Stafford tried to run with it, and it was brought down back at about the 12-yard line. So Ada had the lead, 13-zip, 3:10 to play in the first half. Ada defense held Oologah again 3 and out on their very next possession, and then again held them. Ada had to punt it, and Oologah got it back, and guess what? Another 3 and out. Ada held Oologah on 3 of their last 4 possessions of the first half, Trey, 3 and out. And the only other one was a first down by a pass interference, and then a quarterback sack ended that one. So the Ada defense, the last 4 possessions, they weren't bad early, but the last 4 possessions, they were outstanding.
Yeah, they saw, like I said, I don't know if they're seeing something, but they're timing up those blitzes up the middle and have really kept the quarterback in the pocket other than that first drive or drive and a half. I don't know if they've done something different with the guys on the outside, maybe going upfield more to kind of hem him in a little bit. But, yeah, they're playing really well now. I like what I'm seeing. On the high side, 13-zip, Trey Kinley has your first half stats after this break. Cougar football, tonight's broadcast, a presentation of the Chickasaw Nation. Stadium, Kenny Morrison, Trey Kinley, Mason Lee. Kenny, they're playing a video right now about the Care and CASA offices here in Ada, and it's a place on 10th Street here in Ada where all kids in Pontotoc, Seminole, and Hughes counties are taken by law enforcement when they've been physically, sexually abused, or neglected. Information is collected to help prosecute the people that hurt them. They also have the CASA office there, which provides advocates for kids that are in the foster care system. Currently, they have 207 kids in the foster care system in our district and only have 13 volunteers. They need volunteers desperately to protect our kids and provide them an advocate and ally in the foster care system. These volunteers are real superheroes for our most vulnerable kids. They need help. For information, go to ADACASA, ADACASA.org for volunteer and information. I'm sure they accept monetary donations, but volunteers is the biggest thing. Those kids need people to help them.
Yeah, we appreciate
Eric Johnson's the one that obviously he's the local AD is AD. DA, district attorney, and he says it's the information. You know, they have places there to do forensic tests and mental tests, and they can use that information to get these bad people off the streets and help the kids.
Yeah, appreciate Eric Johnson sharing that with us, and you got to see some of the video. Mason Lee got that up on the camera. Appreciate you doing that, Mason. Cougars on the field lead at 13-zip, and Trey Kinley has your first half stats.
Yeah, Oologah had let me switch over this where you guys can see what I'm talking about. How about that? We don't want to cut to that. Let's cut to this. How about that? Is that better? There we go. Oologah had 6 first downs, 26 rushes for 48 yards. So that's under 2 yards a carry. 1 of 9 passing for 3 yards. 2 fumbles, lost them both. Only 1 penalty for 5 yards. 3 of 10 on 3rd down, 0 of 1 on 4th down. team stats for Ada, only 3 first downs. Haven't really moved the ball. 14 rushes for 76 yards, so that's just over 5 yards a carry. 3 of 9 passing for 68 yards, 1 touchdown, no picks. Had 5 penalties for 50 yards, and had another one decline. 1 of 6 on 3rd down, 0 of 1 on 4th down. Kenny, 6 sacks, is that right?
I had him a 5.
5. I think I did a double, so they'll get credit for half sacks, I guess is what it would be. Individually, Oologah led on the ground by Ashton Wright, 10 carries for 39 yards, so just under 4 carry. Jaden Tanner has 4 for 9. Excuse me. And Brad Hoisington, who had a 35-yard carry, has 12 carries for no yards.
Wow.
So that's the sacks. He's 1 of 9 passing for 3 yards. That 1 catch was by Ryan Tunison. Individually for Ada, Carlock leading the way, 10 carries for 69 yards and a touch. So just under 7 a carry. Brock has 2 carries for 3 yards, and Karan has 1 for 1. Passing, Brock 3 of 9 for 68 and a touchdown. Receiving, Deontay had 1 for 52. Fisher Marr had 1 and a touch. Fisher had 1 for 15, and Keeve had 1 for 1. Great job by Keeve holding on to the ball there. I mean, he was met right at it. So defensively playing really well. Offensively, I'm not disappointed. I'm really not. I think we're playing smart football, up 13-0 the way the defense is playing, and I think you will see some things open up in the passing game if we continue to run the ball, take our 1, 2, 3 yard gains, and then execute. We haven't executed real well passing. We've left some out there.
Oologah's really attacking the line of scrimmage, bringing several guys in the box to stop that Cougar run. And, again, despite that, Colton still got loose on the long 55-yard touchdown run. So I really like the patience of the Cougars in the first half. And it's really it's interesting. It's what me and Coach talked about in the Coach's Corner on the pregame show was, number 1, patience. Punt's not a bad play. Number 2, field position. Win the field position battle. Sometimes you have to punt in order to do that and win the turnover battle. Well, the Cougars are up 2 in turnovers, 2-0. They've won the field position battle, and then they've just kind of stayed with it, and it's paid off to a 13-0 halftime lead.
Yeah, I like where we're at. I mean, I know I just said that, but now Oologah comes out and scores, then we may have to get a little bit more creative. But let's play to win this game. Don't play not to lose. Continue running your offense, and maybe we connect on the pass to Fisher, the missed the case, and those are move the chains and go.
Oologah will have the ball to start the second half, and let's go ahead and before we take our final break, look at our scoreboard in Class 4A playoff night. Wagner, the number 2 team in the state, whipping Broken Bow right now 36-7. That game is late in the second quarter. Clinton and Bethany will get the winner of this game, and Clinton's on top of Bethany by 7, 21-14. That game right now late in the second quarter. Tuttle at home leads Weatherford 28-14 in the second quarter. Poto all over Miami 27-0. And a little bit of a surprise, Blanchard just barely on top of Cash Tray, 7-zip at halftime there at Blanchard. Salisaw from the 4A4 district giving Cushing all they want at Cushing. It's 14-14 at halftime. Ada leads here 13-zip. And Newcastle on the road leads Elk City 17-7 late in the second quarter. That's your 4A4 playoff scoreboard.
4A. Not 4A4.
Excuse me, 4A, that's right.
4A. A couple 5A scores. Carl Albert up big. McAllister getting beat pretty bad by Bishop Kelly. That's really all that's left. In Ardmore didn't make it. Obviously, Durant didn't make it.
Durant finished 5th.
Coweta up on Collinsville, an upset going there. But everything else looks like it's going pretty chalk.
Washington leads Lexington 41-0. Major Cantrell and Company on top big in the first round.
Well, they got OCS next week. That's going to be the tough one. Probably the toughest game until the finals if they can get through it.
All right, we'll take a break. Come back on the other side. Have your second half. 8-13, Oologah nothing. Tonight's broadcasts of Ada Cougar Football, a presentation of the Chickasaw Nation. Welcome back to Norris Field. I'm Kenny Morrison alongside Trey Kinley. And Trey, 13-0 at halftime. The Ada defense, the last 4 possessions for Oologah. They ran a total of 14 plays. And the Cougars get a chance to flex their muscles again early in the second half. As Oologah will have the ball moving from north to south. Caden Mitchell will put it on the tee. Let's get a look at that Ada Cougar special teams out there. Braden McGilvray, Xander Rhines, Colton Carlock, Kelton Stipe.
Keevan's out there. I think Kamari's also out there.
Fisher.
Kay Stafford, Fisher, and Deontay, and Eli Justice.
Burchett, pretty good return man deep. 2 men deep, about the 13-yard line. Mitchell from the right hash mark puts it on the tee. And the second half is underway. High kick, 25-yard line, fielded by Tunison. And he's across the 35 to the 38-yard line, about a 13-yard return. Fisher Moore just, for his middle linebacker, kickoff team, he's around the football, is he? Not?
Yes, he is.
He's tough. Playing with a broken hand, by the way.
Yeah, he only needs one.
Officially at the 39-yard line. And also, he's been hurt that calf a few weeks ago that caused he missed the game. But he's tough. From the 39, will set the Ada defense momentarily. 3-4 defense. Coffee, Dawson Matthews, make it Will Johnson. There, Marr tips it, almost intercepted it. Oh, and they try to pass over the middle. Fisher tipped it up in the air. Then Kelton Stipe almost came down as well. They tried to find a quick one over the middle, but the Cougars' linebacking core was all over it.
The receiver was open. Fish did a good job dropping back into coverage there. It's just a chess match. Are we going to bring them or are they going to stay back? If we bring them there and he gets it away, it's a good pass.
Second down and 10. Rhines continues to play a corner over here. Foiston, the quarterback, hands it
Here's the problem.
Right. He got to the corner. 50, 45, 40. Stayed in, nope, stepped out of bounds. The Cougars plugged the middle up, but Wright popped it to the outside to the 8 of 42.
With the
19.
With the type of coverage that Xander's playing there, he's not looking in the backfield at all. So our linebackers on that side cannot lose contain, which we did there.
19 for Ashton Wright. 8 of 42-yard line. Hoiston, the quarterback. Quick pass to the flat 40, 35. They got 8, 9, 10, 11, and a first down. It's a quick passing game that time out to the edge to Gavin Salt. Maddox on the tackle, but not before a first down to Salt. To the 8 to 30-yard line. He got 12. Back-to-back plays with first down. They run it to right. Up the middle, Karan Richardson and Fisher Moore bringing to the ground. Fisher low, Karan high. Wright got to the 28. Second down. The ball resting at the 8 to 28-yard line. He got 2 yards on the play. And need to reach the line to gains the 8 to 20. Trip receivers come right, so Oologah on the move, third quarter. 8 up, 13 zip, hoisted back, pressure on. Wide receiver screen is right through the hands of Braxton Davis. They set it up. The Cougars came firing through, and Karan Richardson, a little gimpy with that right leg, is going to come out.
We got a little bit lucky there, Kenny. It looked like his brace came off there. Hopefully it's just an uncomfortableness caused by that.
Third down and long, and we got a flag on the play, and let's see, is it going to be offsides, Ada? Cougars are lined up in this neutral zone, it appears. That'll move the ball to the 8 to 23-yard line and make it third and very manageable. Third down and 3 from the 23. They need to reach the 8 to 20. From the 23-yard line, on third down. 4 receivers deployed, 2 left, 2 right. Man in motion is Tunison. Jet sweep running left to the edge. He goes nowhere. Oh, baby. Colton Carlock, after George strung it out, Colton hammered him out of bounds. Tunison had no chance back at the 25. Ran that jet sweep, and the pursuit was brilliant by the Cougars. So it's 4th down and 5. They lost 2 on the play. Early moments, third quarter, 10:45. 8 on top, 13 zip. 3 receivers, 2 left, 1 right for Hoiston, the junior quarterback. Play action, back, steps up in the pocket, throws for the end zone, incomplete. Cougars take over. Deontay Lindsay on the coverage as Jackson Burchett was looking for a flag. He didn't get it. And
they have a good kicker? Oh, that was 4th, wasn't it?
That was 4th. The Cougars have turned them over on downs. Yeah, on 3rd and 3, they tried to go to the edge. Carlock made the nice play, and that kind of set that up for Ada. So Ada takes over at their own 25. Another turnover on downs for Oologah. Again, an Oologah team that averages 34.2 points a game. Cougars got a shutout. They were shut out one time this year. Wagner beat them 24-0. Ada on the high side at 13 zip. Boyles, the quarterback, got Marr at the fullback. In there with Coffee at the tight end. Strong formation the left side. They run it to Xander. Picks his way up the middle. Nice patience by Rhines and great blocking up front. The offensive line, along with Marr and Coffee on that left side, paved a gap. And Xander got to the 33 for 8.
I like that quick reverse of motion there.
Just trying to keep the defense off guard, giving them different formations to read and react to. Xander came in, 98 rushes, 582 yards, 5.9 per carry.
We weren't set. Brock's got to look out and make sure his receivers are set.
They went pretty fast, got a first down on the handoff to Rhines, but a illegal procedure against the Cougars. We'll mark it back to the 28-yard line. Bring up 2nd down and 7. Cougars came in for the season 9.7 penalties per game, just over 82 penalty yards per contest. So illegal shift, the official call, moves it back inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Well, we have a 4-man officiating crew. 1, 2, 3, 5. Yeah, I thought we had 5. I lost the 5th one for a moment. Yeah, he's over there blended into the sidelines on the Oologah side. 2nd down and 7. Brock again brings Coffee and Marr in motion to the left. They hand it off to Rhines running that way. Good blocking in secondary. 35, bounces outside 40, 45 out of bounds. Fisher got the good block on the edge along with some other Cougars out there. And Xander Rhines, nice patience all the way to the 45. He got 17. Again, they just bring the power side to the left side. And you also got, of course, on that left side, you've got Dawson Matthews and Isaiah Hayden. Then you bring Corden Fisher to that side. And that's a lot of power package over there, Trey, to spring Xander.
Yeah, even on the near side of the field, that's a bunch of people.
They do the same thing to the right side this time. That's the way they're going to run Xander. Trying to bounce it. 45 and not much.
Good yard.
Good pursuit. He kind of picked his way.
Got a little bit of penetration, sent him a little deeper than he wanted to go there.
Garrett Salt got him again.
Never mind, they did not give him a yard.
Yep, I'm going to mark it back down to 45. So 2nd and 10. This drive started at the 8 to 25-yard line, or at the 8 to 33-yard line, excuse me. I guess the 25, and then went 33 after the 8-yard run by Xander on 1st down. It's out to the 45. 2nd down and 10. Twin receivers to the left side now with Richardson and Lindsay. They get that power package to the left. They're going to run Colton that way, trying to get the edge. And that's a really, really good play by number 47. Landon Roach came off the block on the edge and got Colton in the backfield. That's a really good play by Roach. Had my eyes on him that time, and they had him hit initially, but he bounced off the block and able to get Colton for a 5-yard loss.
It's okay.
3rd down and 15 from the 40. 8:25 to play. 8 on top by 13. Richardson in the slot to the right. Deontay wide to the right. Coffee the tight end to the left. Brock takes it. Play action. Rolls. Oh, got a wide open Colton Carlock. 45 back against the grain. 40. 35-30. Stopped at the 25 and out of bounds. Everything went right except Colton Carlock. Well designed for a pass play of 35 yards all the way to the 25 and a Cougar 1st down.
And I know Brock underthrew him there, but I would much rather that happen, get the first down, keep moving down the field. Yeah, if he hits him in stride, he scores. But you know what? It's first and 10.
Yeah, on 3rd down and 5, they get
3rd and 15.
3rd and 15, they get a big gain. 30 yards.
A little
Not
high
much.
snap.
Yep, Colton,
threw us off of rhythm there, Kenny.
Colton going to be dropped.
Good sign
backfield.
seeing Karan coming back in. Looks like it was the brace, Kenny. It looks like maybe the Velcro or something broke, and they've taped it up on top of that, the top side of the brace where it won't come undone.
2nd down and 8. The ball rests in between the 27 and 28-yard line after a 2-yard loss. Cougars on the move. Big play of the drive, that pass to Colton from Brock for 35 yards. Karan on the right hip of Brock. He awaits. LaKeven in motion. Jet sweep LaKeven running right. Picking behind Richardson. Picking his way 25. Inside the 25. Good run. Just kind of waited patiently and got down to the 22. Got 5. Aiden Gaines in on the tackle. LaKeven came in rushing the football this season. 13 rushes for 85 yards. Most of his carries this year on that little jet sweep.
Yep. You checking your heater there, Kenny?
Yeah.
You getting cold?
Looks pretty good. It's getting a little chilly.
I'm sweating.
What is it, 68 up here? 67? 52, 51 outside. Little breeze. It's football weather. Cougars up 13-0, facing 3rd down. The 23 of Oologah territory, moving from south to north. We got a flag and an 8 timeout. Almost a delay of game. One official threw the yellow. I think the Cougars got the timeout just before the flag came out. Cougar football from Coy Easto Stadium in Norrisfield. 6:38 to play, third quarter. 8 on top, 13 zip. Cougar football tonight, a presentation of the Chickasaw Nation. 6:38 to play, 3rd quarter, 8 on the move, but facing a 3rd down and 7 at the Oologah 22. On top, 13 zip. Mick Cowan trivia question.
Got a couple answers, but don't have it yet. Ada scored 14 in the 4th to beat Oologah in 2017. How many did they have to score in the 4th in the 2002 victory? Text your answers straight, 580-495-9099.
Here we go, 3rd down for Ada. Probably 4-down territory, unless you have a negative play. Brock, the quarterback, awaits. Play action, finds Fisher on a cross. 1st down inside the 15. Just slip Fisher out on a crossing route, and the Cougars have a 1st and 10. Beautifully designed play. Little run pass option. Fisher on the receiving end for an 8 1st down, 8-yard pickup.
I like it.
Some things, utilizing some weapons they've not used in some situations yet this year. You know, Fisher they've used in the passing game, but a few different routes in this game. Slipping him out there. They got some more stuff for him, too, by the way. Maybe we'll see this postseason. From the 14, Karan takes the handoff, running behind the left side. Ashton
Good hard yard.
Trying to push the pile as Karan buries his head inside and got 1 to the 13. Second down and 9. The ball resting just right about the 13-yard line. Play started at the 14. Case Stafford comes to the boundary side of the left side. Xander Rhines going to go wide right. It's LaKeven in the backfield. Now they shift everybody to the left.
Cord Coffee, touchdown.
And Xander comes in. They pitch it to Xander on the edge. 15, 10. Well, that's a great burst. Fisher Marr and got the block, kind of sealed the edge, it looked like out there, and Xander just burst right inside of that block to the 8. Got north and south quickly.
I like the pitch to Xander. He's already got those wheels going.
Yep. And he didn't just try to outrun everybody to the edge like he has the speed to do. He saw the crease inside. He turned it in and got 4. The ball's at the 9. It's 3rd down and 5. They must reach the 4 for a 1st down. Is that Kelton Stipe out there in the slot to the right?
Yep.
Carlock out of the Wildcat. Trying to get to the edge
Good
of the
block.
5. Colton dancing his way. How about Carlock? Touchdown, Ada. It looked like Oologah may stop it, but Colton Carlock, such great vision, such great patience. The blocking was outstanding, and the Cougars had their 3rd touchdown on the high side at 19-0.
Yeah, good blocking out on the edge, but in order to have good blocks, Kenny, you have to have somebody that's willing to use those blocks and sets them up perfect. And they weren't necessarily a lot of contact, but Colton set them up perfect.
Well, the Ada Nissan replay to show you those blockers are out in front. Stafford gets a snap from Marr, puts it on the turf at the 10, and on the north end of Corey-Easto Stadium, Caden Mitchell boots it through.
That was the longest call of an extra point I think I've ever heard, and I appreciate that because you know I'm over here trying to get this replay lined up for you.
It's all for you, Trey. 20-0 Ada, 11 plays, 75 yards for Ada. And Trey, they did it this time a little bit of a longer drive, 5 minutes and 54 seconds. And that's a big plays on the drive. The Colton Carlock pass play from Brock Boyles on a 3rd and 15 set it up. But then Colton Carlock, watch the blocking up front, watch Colton pick his way to the end zone. This Ada Nissan instant replay. Carlock out of the Wildcat, trying to get to the edge of the 5. Colton dancing his way. How about Carlock? Touchdown, Ada. Didn't make a big block. Case came back. Excuse me, I'm talking over it there. Case came back and got a piece of a guy. Nothing, just a pancake. But
and now you know why you had your sniffer back, Kelton, lined up in the slot,
blocking on the edge.
It's like they knew we knew we were going to run it out there.
Yeah,
isn't that weird?
Mitchell puts it in the air, 28-yard line, returnable, 35-40, 45-yard line, and to the 47-yard line. Nice return of about 19 yards. Landon Roach. That name Kelton Stipe again. Yeah, let's talk about that. They set the formation up, slip Stipe out there, and so they knew they were going to run obviously that way. You just love the wrinkles the Cougars are throwing out there. Different formations, giving teams a lot to scout and look at. Now lead it 20-0 here in the third quarter. 46-yard line for Oologah. They set up shop. Trip receivers to the right side. Ball's on the left hash. Hoiston hands it off to right. Not a whole lot. George got him around the ankles. Kelton's Type in the area as well with J.B. Coyle. 48-yard line. You got 2.
Right on the carry. He's tackled by J.B. Coyle along with George Maddox. Gain of 2. It'll be
2nd and 8. Ada by 23 touchdowns tonight, pitching a shutout against the Mustangs. 4 receivers deployed, 3 right, 1 left. Hoiston back to pass, fires one deep downfield, man-to-man coverage, and Deontay became the intended receiver. He got right on the inside of the intended receiver, Burchett, out there, and Deontay had to be defended by Burchett, so he didn't pick it off. You know, Deontay's a hard guy to pick on out there, Trey. He had 4 interceptions early in the season. He's got 5 on the year, and he's just been outstanding for the Cougars. Not many teams throw at him. 3rd down and 8 again. The Ada defense forcing another 3rd and long. Hoiston back to pass. Up in the pocket, the 50, first down, 45-40 speed. 35-30, 25, and chased down by Fisher. Make it, nope, it's Lakeven. I think 8 or 2, sorry about that. Now it's Deontay. 2 and 8's hard to distinguish, but that time he stepped up in the pocket and got from his own 48 to the 8 of 27. 25 yards. And a first down. They hand it off to Wright.
Number
Make
1.
It Cherry. He dropped the football. Ada's got it. Ty Cherry had it. The ball got stripped loose at the 16, and the Cougars are up off the pile with the football. Trying to see who got it.
George.
Got a flag late. As the ball was fumbled by Cherry.
At the 16, you said?
They're going to mark it officially at the 17. Maybe some celebration against Ada, I'm not sure. Personal unsportsmanlike conduct against Ada. 3rd Ada turnover they forced. So Maddox recovers the fumble from Ty Cherry, who they put in the backfield. And Someone from Ada, if we get a chance to look at that, I don't know if we can see it totally. Stripped that ball out of there. Cherry had a decent gain.
Go, boys, stay focused.
Looks like it is Fisher and maybe Cord. Can't really tell.
That stripped it loose. So unsportsmanlike conduct, moves it back to the 9-yard line. So Ada's penalties mounting a bit tonight, but the score starting to mount too. Ada on top by 20, +3 in the turnover column.
You know, George talked about that swagger at lunch. It's a fine line. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it really is, and you've got to press it.
Now, whoever got it has got to be careful, Kenny.
Can't have two of them.
Can't have two.
From the 9-yard line, first down for Ada. Play action by Brock going deep on the post pattern. He's got Deontay. He got it. 48-yard line. Deontay Lindsay on the deep post. 39 yards and Ada first down. Brought down by Maddox Devilbus. But a beauty from Brock to Deontay from the shadow of your goal line. Out to the 48 and the Cougar first down. 39 on the pickup. Little play action again. They had ISO one-on-one with Deontay on the right side and took a shot. But now Ada on the move. 3:14 to play in the third, up by 20. Single receivers left and right. Let's hand it off. Xander picking his way left, stopped, cuts back up inside, not much. To the 47, he'll actually lose a yard. Trying to go to the edge. Good penetration. They set the edge pretty good that time. Did this defense. Oologah, 3-4 man, 5-man front sometime, but kind of an odd stack at that time defense. Defense that has given up some points, 28.6 per game this year. 2nd and 11. Stafford goes wide right. Fisher Moore, the sniffer, back on the left side. Brock awaits. Play action again. Throws downfield deep for Lakeven Richardson. This time it's incomplete.
Whoa.
Good coverage by Aiden Gaines inside the 25-yard line. From the Ada crowd wanting a flag. Pretty good coverage.
I think a 7-man crew, you're going to get a flag there, Kenny. But he's back there by himself.
3rd down and 11. The ball at the 47-yard line. Ada, the big thing about this possession already, Ada leading 20-zip, got out of the shadow of their goal line from the 9 on that first down 39-yard pass. So they can keep it going on 3rd and 11. Converted a 3rd and 15 on the last possession. Ryan's in motion. They throw back wide receiver screen to Deontay and went through his hands. Wasn't probably going to go far.
I like the play, though.
Oologah had it defended pretty well, and Ada will punt. Brock's been good with the punt game tonight, and he's had to. He'll be at his 35-yard line. Ada leads 20-zip. They scored on their first possession here the second half. 11 plays, 75 yards. Well, punt, and good punt. Hanger by Brock. Fair catch, but the ball bounds anyway. And the Cougars will, Fisher Moore will get on it at the 22-yard line. 31 yards. No return. So Oologah's third possession of the second half. They only had 51 yards of offense at halftime. Had a little bit here in the third quarter. Most of them, most of their offense tonight have been on 2 quarterback runs. .209 to play. Teron Richardson, left outside backer. Coffee, Coyle, and Will Johnson up front, trying to get their 6th sack of the game. They got it. Stipe, and is that JB or Will? Will Johnson and Kelton Stipe devour Hoyston, the 6th Ada sack of the night. 8 all season. They are pinning their ears back. A loss back to the 17.
Well, and Oologah's in a position where they really need to throw the ball.
2nd and 15. You can't feel too comfortable if you're the quarterback. Been under duress all night. On 2nd down, Hoiston takes the snap. Looking right. Nowhere to go. Flushed. Chased by Will. Flushed right. Still rolling. Now just sells it out of bounds. I mean, nobody open downfield. Burchett was hollering for the ball, but he was about 50 yards away from the quarterback who was rolling right, and that's tough for any quarterback to see when you're under duress. The Ada secondary again in some Alcatraz mode, some lockdown defense here at Norrisfield. 3rd down from the 17. They need to reach the 32. How many times have we said this tonight for Oologah? 3rd and long. Trips right. Single receiver left. Ball left hash. Hoiston in the pocket. Steps up. Fires way over everybody's head, but we got to call it interference against Carlock. He got tangled up with 81, Davin Shondell, and on 3rd and 15, a little unfortunate because that was not a catchable football as he hurled it downfield, but any pass interference against Ada. Well, it was 3rd and 15 from the 22. It'll give Oologah 1st down and keep this drive alive. Dawson Matthews will come in the game, replacing Cord Coffey at the defensive end position. Penalties up to the 32-yard line. Only so it's a 10-yard penalty, 5 yards short of the first line in the game, but an automatic 1st down on the pass interference. From the 32-yard line, Hoiston hands it off to Wright. He is buried on the inside, and guess who? Kelton Stipe got him. Kelton Stipe is really an instinctive player. We've talked to the coaching staff this week about that.
Yep.
He's sure what he lacks inside, he makes up in his heart and the way he flies to the football. 2nd and 9. Hoiston again flush, steps up in the pocket. They contain him this time, and he gets maybe a couple. Karan Richardson, Fisher Moore got him. Or Kelton Stipe make it again, number 30, not number 10, and they're going to give him to the 35. He got 2. That's a pretty good job. As he stepped up, they did a better job.
The D-line did a really good job there, Kenny, getting penetration. Just the 3 of them got way up the field, and then the linebacker stayed home and made the tackle.
35-yard line, 3rd down. They need to reach the 42, 3rd and 7. Hoiston, 3-step drop. Steps up, nowhere to go. Dodges a player, now hurls one downfield. It's up for grabs, incomplete. Livingston will make it Lindsey. And Ryan Tunison out there, and again, just know where to go with the football. It brings up 4th down.
And 4th quarter.
Yeah, 3 in the books. Ada gets 7 in the 3rd. They are shutting out Oologah 20-0. Cougar football. Tonight's broadcast, a presentation of the Chickasaw Nation. There's some spirit down there as we go to the 4th quarter. Always a tradition continues at Ada High School. Did you do that? Was you part of that group down there when you were in high school, Trey?
Yeah, but we weren't allowed. I got in trouble.
Well, you broke your hand doing something like that, didn't you?
No, that was sliding in the mud at Ida Bell. Me and Matt Wood.
Oologah will punt on 4th down. Burchett runs a fake.
Oh,
baby! Fake? No siree, says Xander and Colton. Burchett started to take off, and the Cougars had Burchett for dinner at the 28-yard line. Ada takes over. A turnover on downs. Punt formation. I don't know if was he going to rugby it or was he going to run?
I don't know. That's what he's done all night, and he's run towards that side. I've noticed Colton and Xander both getting close a couple times. Their up back's been blocking him, but he ran right to where the whatever pressure's been all night.
They just ran right into the arms of Xander and Colton. 28-yard line. Ada sets up an Oologah territory.
Somebody should be open. We got double coverage over here on.
They hand it to Xander. Slants left. Ashton Rowell over there trying to lead the way, and some late flags. This may go against Oologah. Oologah probably getting a little chippy now.
Well, they took Deuce to the ground, and the way he got up, it was very physical. They've been physical all night. Well, I can't tell you who this is going to go against. Honestly, I didn't see anything egregious. They both went to the ground late, unless there was words said.
Xander got 3 to the 25.
26, Kenny. They didn't give him.
Second down coming up, unless the penalty is against Oologah and gives the Cougars a first down. They're going to.
There's definitely a dead ball penalty, whatever it was.
Yep. Dead ball, personal foul, Oologah.
He got ejected.
Wow. Someone is out of the game. So one of the Oologah players is out.
It was number 40. And I hate that for the kid, Kenny.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously the officials hear and see stuff down there. It was late. Never seen an ejection for a personal foul. I mean, it wasn't an unsportsmanlike. It's interesting.
We'll watch it again, maybe on one of our replays, and we get a chance. But he has to go to the locker room.
Yeah, I hate that for the kid.
Yep, he's a good player. Number 40 is Becker, Maxim Becker. Ada by 20. Xander up the middle, slanting. Works his way to the 6-yard line. Brought to the ground by Landon Roach.
Where Ada's got to be careful, Kenny, is if this score holds, personal fouls and unsportsmanlikes don't count for Oologah. They don't matter, and they are going to matter for Ada. So we got to do a good job of keeping our cool and just let the scoreboard talk and move on to next week.
Ball at the 7-yard line officially, 2nd and 5. The clock now an asset of the Cougars. On top, 20 to zip here in the playoffs. First round. Slot the guy is Colin Christian at the 10-yard line.
In.
Out of the Wildcat, Carlock running right, trying to get to the edge.
A little hesitation.
Cuts back up.
He's
spinning,
not down.
Still paddling, almost got to the end zone. Finally kind of hog-tied, but brought down about the 2. Dylan Murphy.
Kenny, what do you think makes him so hard to tackle?
I think it's just his.
I mean, very seldom. We had one here tonight, here around midfield, where they got him in the backfield, but he's not overly physically imposing. He's not super fast, but he's just, I don't know.
Some upper body strength that you don't realize, but by looking at the young man, he's got it. He got a first down on the play. First and goal from the 2. They run a jumbo right. Colton going to run left against it and didn't quite get there.
That was really jumbo all the way across because they had both the H-backs over on the left side, but then had Cord over here on the right.
So 2nd and goal from the 1. Carlock will come out of the game. Fisher Moore will be in there, I think. Nope, Colton's just going to come get the play from Coach Osteen. We approach the 10-minute mark of the 4th quarter, Ada by 20. Good crowd down below watching this playoff game from Ada. Kelton Stipe in, double sniffer with him and Marr on the left side. You think we're going to go that way? Yes, sir. You think we're going to find the end zone? Untouched. Touchdown. Ada. Colton from 1. Carlock's 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Ada Cougars on the high side at 26-0.
We kind of told them where we were going, didn't we?
We lined up and just said we're going to smash mouth you. You love to see this. We'll comment on that in just a moment about being able to run the football this time of the year, all season, but especially this time of the year, and something the Cougars couldn't do a year ago consistently. Now they have some consistency, and they're in the 4th round of the playoff after the Mitchell PAT and lead it 27-0 over the Oologah Mustangs. That drive, after the fumble by Oologah, after the 4th down stop, Cougars went 5 plays, 28 yards, and took them under 2 minutes, $1.55, capped off by Colton Carlock's 1-yard touchdown run. You think we're going to go that way? Yes, sir. You think we're going to find the end zone? Untouched. Touchdown! Ada. Made it look easy, Trey, as the offensive line just pinned their ears back. Fisher-Marr got a good block to seal the edge, and Colton Carlock finds the end zone, and Ada now up big in this game. And Colton's third touchdown of the contest. 27-zip.
Kenny, Aaron Heileman texted in and said that Colton just never stops moving his legs, just keeps churning. Also, I'm not sure who this is. Oh, this is David Durbin, a longtime official, said that it looked like the kid threw a punch. Is why he was ejected.
From the 9-yard line, returnable by Wright. Reverses his field to the 20. Nice to the 30. What a nice run. He just kind of did a 360 to get away from a couple of Cougars at about the 20, and Wright got out to the 33-yard line. Carlock, one of the Cougar tacklers, with 9:49 to play.
Was that Ashton Wright, the running back?
Yep, Ashton Wright back there receiving kicks. Officially marked down to 32. Cougars trying to keep the shutout intact. George Maddox, Chauncey Conwell, the outside backers. Fisher-Marr, Kelton Sipe on the inside. Bailey and Carlock, the safeties. Kamari and Deontay, the corners. 3-4 defense. Hoisting back to pass. Sack number 7. Will Johnson
and
JB Coyle have swallowed the quarterback again. 21-yard line, a loss of 11. 8 sacks.
Eric, you're going to have to mix the next game too if the defense plays this way. He's watching this from his conference, so you're not welcome next Friday night, Eric Johnson. Stay away.
7, 8. One more sack, they match their season total in one game. 2nd and 20. Hoiston on the south end of Corey-Easto Stadium. Takes the snap, play action, the head and shoulder fake, and Cougars didn't bite. He tried the pump and go, and there was nothing there on the go.
Looked like he and the receiver aren't on the same page. The receiver broke in, and he threw it out there. Somebody ran a post, and you're supposed to run a pylon.
You know, Hoiston came in, 456 yards rushing, 14-28 passing.
He's one of the most athletic quarterbacks we faced this year, Kenny. It's surprising to have that many sacks against somebody that runs as well as he does.
Just under 1,900 yards of offense is what he's combined for.
We're pinning our ears.
Will Johnson jumped off sides.
I'm really surprised they haven't gone to more of that earlier in the game, changing up their cadence or something to draw more of those. That's really only the second one, which is much as we've been bringing it tonight is not very many.
It'll move it to the 27-yard line. They need to reach the 42. It's still 3rd and 15. Hoisted back to pass. Throws a slant. Got a man wide open at the 40, 35, 30. It's going to be McKeevan trying to chase him down, and he can't get
it.
He fumbled in the end zone.
And then he fell on it.
He got back on it. Jackson Burchett got free.
Another flag.
On 3rd and 15 and gets to the end zone, 73-yard touchdown. He got a slant.
And we knew that was a possibility, Kenny, with this zero coverage we're playing tonight. But it took a really good route and a really good throw, and that happens.
So a 73-yard touchdown pass to Burchett.
Keevan was not in terrible position.
8:44 to play in the fourth. 8 on top, 27-6.
It looks like it's going to be on them. They're going to ask Coach what he wants to do. Touchdown's good.
That'd have been interesting that the Cougars stripped it from Burchett.
There's another flag on their coach.
Yeah. Coach Darren Wagner. That's going to be a long 2-point conversion try. They can move it.
Well, and I almost would have moved. I'll move it up on the kick, Kenny. Make them kick off from their 15. Let them kick the extra point.
Yeah, good idea.
I think that's what I would do.
Yeah, with a 27-6 lead, if you had got a personal foul, Oologah.
I think the kid was a little bit upset that they jumped on him.
Then unsportsmanlike conduct.
But it was a live ball. It was fumble.
It would have been really interesting because there's no replay in high school, but maybe we'll slow that down and see if when that ball came out. It doesn't matter because he recovered it, but it was before he crossed the goal. So they'll kick the extra point.
I think, and I could be wrong here, but I think if he fumbles it, he can advance it if he recovers it, right?
43 of 46 on extra points.
Mr. Durbin, you may let me know on that, but I think that's correct, Kenny.
Hogue the extra point. Place is down. The kick is good. So Oologah strikes for the first time. They got a big play, a 73-yard touchdown pass. So Ada leads at 27-7. And they go 3 plays and 68 yards, and that's after they went backwards on their first 2 plays. Ada had an offsides. It was still 3rd and 15, but they were able to hit Burchett on a little cross slant, and he showed some speed. Burchett can run.
So, Kenny, the first one moves it back to the 25. Does the second one, does it go back to the 12 and a half, half the distance?
I'd say half the distance. 3 plays, 68 yards. 1 minute and 5 seconds for Oologah's first points of the game. So if Ada hangs on, they'll be in the second round of the playoffs against either Clinton or Bethany next week on the road, regardless of who wins that game. And that's the bracket the Cougars are opposite. And that game between Clinton and Bethany is 20. Well, they hadn't updated in a while. It says 21-14 still with 12 minutes to play in the beginning of the third quarter. That hadn't updated in some time. So
Kerry Marr said he fumbled at the 1, but then Mr. Durbin said yes, it can be advanced.
Okay. So he did fumble before he got to the end zone. All right. Ada will get the ball back.
Somehow the 12 and it's a 13-yard penalty.
They'll kick it off from the 12. Ada should get good field position with 8:44 to play in the fourth. Hogue approaches it. Line drive.
Good kick.
Yeah, he buried it. Deontay at the 27. 35, 40, 45, dancing, 50. Getting free, 45. Deontay, oh baby, from the 27 and Ada territory to the 40 at Oologah territory, a 33-yard return. You know what set that one up? It was a good kick, but they had so far to go downfield and cover it, right?
Yeah, and it was a low line drive kick. That's one that may be a touchback if he's at his regular spot. Where'd you say he fielded that?
33-yard return.
So it would have been deep.
27-yard line.
27?
Yep. 43 yards. Clinton and Bethany now in the fourth quarter, still 21-14 Clinton. Here's a pitch to Xander Ryan, running right, 40, speed, 35, 30. Good job, Xander. Got to the edge. Took 4
first down.
Mustangs to get him, but they're going to mark him at the 29. Xander got 11 and a Cougar first down. Patience. Blocking out on the edge again. Superb by the Cougars. And Oologah territory on top, 27-7. Xander off the right hip of Boyle. Twin receivers left and right. Xander running left this time.
Penetration there.
Yeah, they got him. He had no chance to turn upfield. All the way back at the 34. He tried to turn it back inside, but shooting through on that right side, making the play like number 20, Brady Evans. So Xander loses 5. 2nd and 15, 7.5 to play.
If y'all are noticing more blondes on our sideline, it is not your live stream. It's apparently there's been some bleach been going around the locker room.
Yeah, notice play action by Brock over the middle. Oh, it's intercepted. Picked off. back to the 40 or 35-yard line. They tried to hit Coffee going down the seam, and now we got flags at the end of the play.
8 and Carlock were going at it. I don't know who they're. Again, they're both. It probably should be a personal foul on both. Honestly, they just going to the ground.
Landon Roach intercepted it. You don't want to get sloppy.
No, that was a nice play by the defender. They saw that on film, and just sometimes you tip your cap.
Tried to hit Coffee, kind of slipping down the seam. Flags came late.
Was that Landon Roach that caught it?
Landon Roach returned it to the 35-yard line.
It's going to be against Ada. No.
The officials discuss it.
He picked it off at about the 24, Kenny.
An 11-yard return. Now the official, now they're walking back toward Oologah, so it's in sportsmanlike conduct against Oologah and against Ada. They'll offset.
I figured that was probably going to happen, but again, as somebody just pointed out in the stands, we're playing next week. They were wrestling each other and threw each other to the ground.
A lot of football left here, 27-7. Oologah trying to find some momentum. Cougars trying to squash them. Leading by 20, but some big fourth quarter comebacks in the two games in this series between Ada and Oologah in playoff history. Ada coming from behind big twice. Hoisted back to pass on first down, flushed right. George trying to keep him in bay.
Good job, George.
Pushed him out of bounds at the Oologah bench. Cougars, for most of the night, have had someone spying the quarterback.
Yeah, Fisher was going to be there too.
Only 2 for Hoiston to the 37. So second down and 8. Maddox continues to play that outside backer on the left side. Maddox and make it Moore and Stipe up the middle. Hoiston in the belly of Wright, ducks inside, has nowhere to go. Moore's on the bottom, and 3 or 4 other Cougars got him. They let him get his forward progress out to around the 38-yard line, it appears. I didn't even see who carried the 28.
20. He said Stovall, yeah.
28 Stovall to the 39. Third down, they need 6. 4-down territory, down 20. Hoiston takes the snap. Here comes Stipe, timing it again. Had him, lost him. Hoiston fires across the middle. It's going to be incomplete.
We're going to have a hold on Carlock.
Yep. Carlock hanging on to Shondell. Boy, Kelton timed it again. Came right up that left. Looked like that A-gap over there and had the quarterback but couldn't get him down. And then a pass interference against Ada will keep the drive alive for Oologah. Should move the ball to the 49-yard line. 27-7.
Should go to the 47, I believe. 12 plus 3, yeah.
There's the 49.
Or not.
10-yard penalty. The line of scrimmage was a 39, so they'll mark it from the line of scrimmage. So from the 49, 1st and 10 for Oologah. Hoiston with twin receivers left and right. That time Colton didn't time it for the first time tonight, or Kelton tried to time the snap. Jumped off sides. We knew probably that would eventually happen, but man, it's paid more dividends than it has errors tonight. So moves the ball to Ada territory at the 46. 1st and 5. Hoiston's a junior quarterback, has twin receivers on each side. Single set back out of the shotgun, takes the snap. Here comes Kelton again and wrapped him up and lost him. Fires one downfield, the pass is incomplete. Bailey in coverage. Boy, Kelton that time fired through again, found the open gap, Trey, and had him but just couldn't bring him down. Second down and 5. Good coverage by that Bailey out there. Yep, Chase Bailey. Ball intended for Ashton Wright, the running back that was out.
Pretty good arm. That's a 50-yard heave.
Ty Cherry brings in the play. Braden Stovall out of the Mustang lineup. The ball to 8 of 46. 6:14 to play in the fourth. Cougars 27, Mustangs 7. 3 receivers left. Hoyston throws it out in the flat, ball incomplete. Tried to get it out to Salt, a little bit high for him. Tried to pull it in. He'd have been close to a first down if he's able to haul it in. Cougars were approaching him quickly. Ready to pepper Salt a little bit.
That's terrible.
Third down from the 46. They need 5. Hoyston in the shotgun. Play action. Trying to get to him. Throws one down the seam. Ball incomplete. That time Carlock came underneath. Almost intercepted it. They tried to go to the tight end, Shondell. Actually a wide receiver. Plays a little bit of both. Wide receiver and tight end. And
there was some mustard on that pass. I mean, he fired it.
Well, Fry Colton couldn't pick it off. A little bit as he kind of came underneath the receiver. They'll go for it on fourth down. 4 receivers deployed, 3 left and 1 right. Kelton bluffed, now backs out. Cougars will rush 5 now. And the pass is incomplete. It was going to be short of a first down anyway. Tried to hit Tunison, and they got pressure with 4 or 5 that time, Trey. And the Cougars are forced to turn over on downs. So the defense rises after the Ada turnover. Ada's +2 in the game. Ada's turned it over once on an interception. Have forced 3 Oologah turnovers. I believe it's 3. 2 in the first half. They have 1 here in the second half.
Yep, had the fumble.
Had the fumble. Recovered by George. But their own 46-yard line. Ada will take over. 5:57 to play. Trying to maybe get the ground game going and run this thing out. Sanusi goes to the shifts from right to left. Yeah, Cord's uncovered at the hand of Xander, and he bursts to the 50. Quick, nice gain on first down for Xander behind the left side. Matthews and Sanusi powering the way over there. Kel Fuller. Second down and 6. At 8 a line tonight, Dawson Matthews, Isaiah Hayden, Kel Fuller, Ashton Rao, Makir Sanusi.
Weird looking formation. Look how far off the line we are.
Coffee and Moore come strong right. Xander running right. Turned it up inside 45, 40. Speed burning. 35, 30. 27-yard line. Xander got some tremendous blocks over here. And got all the way to the 27. He got 30, 23 and a Cougar first down. To the 26, officially 24. Boy, there's some great blocking over here on this right side. And Xander, my opinion, maybe the best he's looked all year as far as patience and cutting it up, getting that ball turned north and south. Coffee and Mara go strong left. Xander going to run it that way. Oh, great block by Rao on the pull.
Ooh, good
Ashton
tackle.
Pulled over. Watch that play by Ashton Rao. He pulled from the right side and almost sprung Xander for a touchdown, but an ankle tackle got him at the 18. Ashton from that right guard got over there in a hurry that time and did a great job getting the defender turned, creating some space. Second down and 2 at the 18. Xander off the hip of Brock. Fisher and Cord start right, now go set up on the left side. Xander up the middle to the 15, and they just kept going north and south and got the first down. Didn't try to do anything fancy. Salt got him. But Rhines got another 8 of first down. They're second on this drive. They only had 3 first downs in the first half, but they struck on some big plays. What, that 7 or 8 for the game?
14.
14? Oh, I missed the third. I was looking at my fourth quarter stats. Missed the third. 14 for the game. 27-7. Ada leads it with 3:34 to play in the game. Boyles with Rhines beside him. LeKeven on the jet sweep. Hesitates.
Good
coming
block,
right.
Xander.
15 at the 10. LeKeven hit out of bounds inside the 10. Hogue got him late, but as he approached the sideline.
Yeah, I don't think we got a guy down too, Kenny.
Number 54 for Oologah. Toward that fence. That's one of the captains, Tyler Stovall, a senior. Or tough for these seniors, and you see your high school careers coming to a close.
Yeah, I'm glad they didn't throw a flag there. I don't think it was late. I mean, they were momentum, just 3 dudes running real hard. The momentum is going to take you 10 or 15 yards like that.
2nd down and 3 from the 8. 3:20 to play. Brock awaits. Coffee and Moore set up strong left. Xander again. That's time they bring a linebacker in a hurry, and they got him in the backfield.
Got penetration on the backside there.
Yeah, Brady Evans pulled a Kelton Stipe. Kind of timed it up and got Xander back at the 9.
What number is he?
Number 20.
Gotcha.
Brady Evans.
Well, I have it as Brady Hill.
Senior linebacker. 2:50 to play. 3rd down for Ada.
Can get a first, though.
Carlock in the Wildcat. Going to run right, looking for a
Good
block.
cut.
Cuts it back up inside. Now cuts to the outside. He's going to go to the end zone. Oh, what vision. Oh, baby. A sombrero. 4 of them for Colton tonight. That time, the play designed to go right. Colton cut it back left. And you can see from up here, the orange end zone was awaiting Carlock to arrive, and Ada has closed the door on the Mustangs, 33-7.
Great job there by Colin Christian, who was split out wide left, came back and got in the way.
Colton's 4th rushing touchdown, the 2:37 mark. Caden Mitchell attempting the extra point off the Stafford hold, and Stafford's got it down. Mitchell's got it through. 2:37 to play. Ada on top, 34-7. So this game is going to be in the books. Ada on top by 27. Trey, let's. You got that one? I want to take a break first.
No, I got it.
34-7. Ada. The Cougars go 7 plays, 54 yards, capped off by Carlock, all on the ground, and Colton Carlock's 4th rushing touchdown of the game. Wildcat going to run right, looking for a block, cuts it back up inside. Now cuts to the outside. He's going to go to the end zone. Oh, what vision! Deuce was up pulling from left to right. That was the way the play was designed to go, and it just was shut down that way. And Carlock, with that great vision, able to turn it back to the left side and get to the end zone. So 7 plays, 54 yards for Ada, and they take 3 minutes and 20 seconds off the clock. Have gone up 34-7. We're going to be on the road next week in the 2nd round of the playoffs, Trey. Either at Clinton or at Bethany. We'll tell you who before we get out of here tonight. Kickoff return from the 33-yard line up to about the 39. Another flag.
Yep.
Extracurricular
There's
activity.
a punch.
Yeah.
He's trying to get Xander out of there. Cody Carpenter, one of our freshman boys, he got blown up and then tackled and then punched.
Yep. Oologah getting a bit chippy. They've came to Ada and they've got whipped. 34-7.
And good job by Cody. He just got up and tried to get out of there. And
this is where you probably, as a coaching staff, you had the conversation that you've mentioned a couple times.
Yeah,
just 34-7. Just keep your heads at this point. We got to have everybody for next week on deck when we head to either Clinton or Bethany. Yeah, they call it against Ada.
Interesting.
Lots of penalties.
I'm surprised by that one, Kenny.
I think that's probably the conversation by Coach Shamley and Coach Osteen down below. He has the troops gathered around him. Ada on the high side, 34-7, as Oologah will take over with 2:30 to play in the game.
No, it's the right call. He picked him up and body slammed him a little bit.
Who did?
Cody Carpenter, but then there was a retaliation that didn't get called.
Gotcha.
I did not see the initial. He just went up to block him and kind of body slammed him.
All right, the ball all the way out to the 48-yard line after the penalty. Oologah takes over. They're going to hand it off. Cherry, and he's going to be slung down by Conway. Then Marr. Who else closed in there? That Carlock? Bailey, Chase Bailey. So Cherry back to the 45-yard line. Hoyston remains the quarterback. 7 quarterback sacks tonight and multiple other pressures by the Ada defense. Leading 34-7. Led 13-0 at halftime. Got a third quarter touchdown. A couple of fourth quarter touchdowns to put this game away. Oologah has Hoyston. Stipe coming. Hands it off up the middle. Cherry going to be smothered by Will Johnson and George Maddox. Little run pass option. And Hoyston saw Stipe breathing down his neck again. Said, I believe in your belly, big boy. And Cherry going nowhere at the 43-yard line. Actually lost more yards on the play. So 3rd down and 15 from the 43. We approach the 110 mark. Twin receivers to the boundary side of the left side. Hoyston hurls one downfield. Ryan's in coverage and passes incomplete. Xander never turned his head to the football, but was right step for step out there with Braxton Davis. Well, they've shut down this passing game, and you look at what's been impressive. You look at Oologah coming in. Braxton Davis had 14 catches, Tunison 12, Burchett 30, Shondell 11, had 5 receivers, 11 more catches, Trey, and the Cougar defense is outside.
They've done a great job in the secondary, Kenny.
Outside the one play on the slant that got away from them for a touchdown in the fourth quarter, they've been unbelievable. They're going to kick it
Block punt.
Yeah, out of if the quarterback's going to kick it on the short snap, and it goes from the 43, an 8-yard punt. From his own 43 to the 8 of 49. One of the Cougars got a.
Was that Hoisington?
Yeah, the quarterback punted it out of the shotgun.
Quick kick.
Yep. So 8 yards. So Ada takes over for the final possession of the game, we'd assume. Let's take the victory formation and get out of here.
Actually, it was 6 yards, Kenny. They only gave him to the 50.
We're going to hurt his numbers. So Ada takes the field from the 50-yard line. Dominant performance here in the playoffs tonight. Again, we want to clean up a few penalties before they go into next week's game. But, man, you win a game that you're up 34-7. Victory formation to Brock will take a knee. They'll have to do that one more time.
I'm not statting it.
So the Ada Cougars, after losing in the first round at Wagner last year, off to the second round. The last time they made the second round was 2020.
Last time they played in the second round?
2017, I believe, wasn't it?
I think so.
There's the final knee, and the Ada Cougars have done it. They've knocked off the Oologah Mustangs in a hard-fought game, in a game that got a bit chippy. But the Cougars flex their muscles. They're 7-0 at home as the clock runs down, playing in their final home game of the season. They'll be on the road at either Clinton or Bethany next week. We'll have hopefully that opponent for you in the post-game show. We'll tell you the outcome of that game. Cougars win 34-7. Tonight's Ada Cougar broadcast, a presentation of the Chickasaw Nation, the Ada Nissan instant replays, and your post-game show with all your stats next. Tonight's broadcast of Ada Cougar football, a presentation of the Chickasaw Nation. Welcome back to Cory-Easto Stadium, Norris Field down below. You see Coach Brad Osteen with his Ada Cougars gathered around him. The Cougars have moved to 10-1 on the season. 10-1 on the season are the Ada Cougars, as they have knocked off Oologah here in the first round of the Class 4A playoffs, 34-7. Ada moves on to the second round, and again they'll be either on the road at Clinton or Bethany next week. That game's coming down to the wire, and we'll pass that score along to you in the postgame show. But Trey, just to recap tonight, Ada just one play away from pitching a shutout. Their defense was outstanding. Offense was very good. Defense was just really something special tonight, I thought.
Yeah, and even on that one play, Kenny, it was good coverage. That was a great route and a great pass by the quarterback. Keeve was there, and great effort trying to run him down, too. So,
Oologah team that averaged 34.2 points a game on the season. Ada holds to 7. They busted the one play in this late in the fourth quarter, midway through the fourth, a 73-yard touchdown pass, and their only points of the game. Ada Nissan replays here in your second half. Oologah got the ball to start the third quarter, turned it over on downs on their first possession. Ada started at their own 25-yard line, and they quickly moved out to the 45-yard line. Got a big run of 17 yards from Xander Rhines to get them to the 45. Xander would carry again for no gain. Cougars eventually would get on third down and 15, get a 35-yard pass on a well-designed play from Brock Boyles to Colton Carlock. Colton amassed a lot of offense tonight. Really played an outstanding game. Cougars are at the 25 after the 30-yard pass. They worked their way down the field and finally got to the 3-yard line. And 11 plays and 75 yards with the drive. It took 5 minutes and 54 seconds. And the final 9 yards came off the legs of Colton Carlock. Carlock out of the Wildcat, trying to get to the edge of the 5. Colton dancing his way. How about Carlock? Touchdown, Ada! That was the play they put Kelton Stipe out wide side of the field in the slot, and did a great job blocking on the play. And the extra point by Mitchell made it 20-0 Ada. Ada's defense was opportunistic. They forced 3 fumbles, recovered all of them, and they recovered the fumble on the next Oologah possession. George Maddox got on it. Ada then would have to punt. Oologah got it back. They would eventually turn it over on downs, which seemed to be the story of their night. Ada got it at the 28-yard line after Oologah turned the football over. Ada started at the Oologah 28-yard line, and it didn't take him long. 5 plays, 28 yards, and kind of a theme tonight. He had 4 of the 5 touchdowns. This was the third one from, this time, the 1-yard line. Colton Carlock found pay dirt. You think we're going to go that way? Yes, sir. You think we're going to find the end zone? Untouched. Touchdown. The big guys up front, Marr and Stipe also in there, just really paving the way as the extra point by Mitchell. And Ada was on top, 27-0. Oologah would score on their next drive. That's when they got their 73-yard touchdown pass to Burchett, and they cut the lead to 27-7. Ada would throw an interception on their next possession, only Brock's 7th of the year. But Ada's defense would hold Oologah, force another turnover on downs. Ada would take over at their own 46 with 5:57 to play in the game. And, this is championship football. When late in the game, you're protecting a lead, and you let the big guys start eating up front, just paving the way, so to speak. And the Cougars did on this next drive. They started at their own 46, 7 plays, 54 yards, all on the ground. And the theme of the night, number 3, took it to the end zone for the 4th time. Wildcat going to run right, looking for a block, cuts it back up inside. Now cuts to the outside. He's going to go to the end zone. Oh, what vision! As you can see, the play designed to go to right. They had the pull. Hayden was pulling from the left guard position and joining everybody blocking on that right side, and just kind of plugged up. And the great vision of Carlock just cut it back against the grain. Went left and found the end zone, and extra point made it 34-7, and that was your final score. Ada knocks off Oologah to advance to the second round of the Class 4A playoffs. Trey Kinley's back with your first half, or your final stats And then also in our final segment of the post-game show, we'll run down your scoreboard and tell you what's coming up next for Ada football next week in the playoffs. Cougar football tonight, a presentation of the Chickasaw Nation. Welcome back to Cory-Easto Stadium. You see the aftermath and the excitement. The Ada Cougars taking the time down there, enjoying this one, their final game here this year at home. 7-0 at home this year. Had 6 regular season home games, winning the playoffs.
I wonder if we've ever been, I guess, technically, if you had 5 and you won the first 2 playoff games, you could have gone 7.
Yeah, it's happened. I would assume
we would have had a chance to go, 8-0 at home if we could have hosted?
Yep. Looks like they're going to be on. Well, we'll tell you about that in a moment. Clinton ahead of leading late in that game against Bethany. But final stats, the Cougars led 13-0 at half, kept their pedal to the metal, so to speak. 3 second-half touchdowns, added up and win at 34-7. Trey has your final numbers.
Oologah finished 12 first downs, 41 rushes for 88 yards, 3 of 25 passing for 81 yards rushing.
3 of 25?
3 of 25.
Oh, my goodness.
Second half, they were 2 of 16. So 169 total. 1 touchdown, no picks, 3 fumbles, all 3 lost. 4 penalties, 46 yards, 7 of 20 on third down. 0 of 4 on fourth down. Ada had 15 first downs, 38 carries, 186 yards, so 5 a carry, just under. 6 of 15 passing, $142, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. 12 penalties for 111 yards. Got to fix it. Emotion is – none of them were at a killer situation in the game, Kenny. That's the only thing I can say about them. 5 of 11 on third down, 0 of 1 on fourth. I have us with 8 sacks. It's probably 7.
Like 7, yeah. Yep.
Individually for Oologah, Ashton Wright had 14 for 63. Hoisington had 17 for 14. A fumble. Jaden Tanner 4 for 9 and a fumble. Ty Cherry 3 for 3 and a fumble. Braden Stovall 1 for 1. Ryan Tunison 1 for -2 and Jackson Burchett 1 for -7. Passing, Hoisington was 3 of 25 for 88 and a touch. Receiving, Jackson Burchett had 1 for 73. So the other had 15 yards passing. Yeah, 1 for 12 and 1 for 3. Individually for Ada, Xander Rhines led their way, 19 carries, Bucko 3, 2. This is off. Some of these are – so Xander and Colton combined for 32 and 174 because I got 2 touchdowns for Xander and 2 for Colton. So I didn't switch it somewhere in there. Keeve had 2 for 5, Brock 2 for 3, Karan 1 for 1. Passing, Brock 6 of 15, Buck 42, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Receiving, Deontay had 2 for 82 and a touch. Colton had 1 for 35. Big third down play there. Fisher had 2 for 24. Both of those were on third down as well. Keeve had 1 for 1. So
Ada wins it big in 34-7. Boy, we got some interesting games going on. Salisaw has upset Cushing in overtime, 35-28. 4A4 district goes 3-1 tonight, by the way, with Salisaw upsetting number 7 Cushing. Clinton 28, Bethany 25. Fourth quarter, not over yet.
Yeah, it was 21-17, Kenny. Bethany had the ball first and goal on the 5. Clinton held them, is what Callie came in and said. They didn't score, and then the next thing we know, it's 28-17. And now it's 28-25, so Bethany went right down the field. So we still don't know where we're going next week. We're going west. It just does. We don't know how far west.
Yep. Right now, if Clinton holds on, it'll be Clinton. Either way, it'll be a kickoff at 7 on the air at 6:15 at the pregame show from either Clinton or Bethany next week. Newcastle popped Elk City 46-21 on the road. Blanchard shut out Cash, or leading Cash late 27-0.
I've got a 20-0 and a 27. There's 2 scores in there.
I'm seeing the same thing. Tuttle 48, Weatherford 21. Ada wins here 34-7. Poto, out of our district, beats Miami 41-13 at home. And Wagner had 50 at halftime. They beat Broken Bow 57-7. The only team in the 4A4 district to lose will be Broken Bow tonight. Ada, Salisaw, and Poto all winners and all advanced to the final 8.
And 4A2 is also 3 wins.
Yep.
We don't know about Bethany and Clinton yet. It's a
only
final. According to Squirtle, 28-25, Clinton Red Tornadoes.
So if that is indeed a final according to Squirtle, Ada at Clinton next week. And we will have a lot of history to look at from that rivalry this week as we get ready for that second-round matchup. And that'll be the winner will get onto the semifinals. So Ada at Clinton.
Did have a question, Kenny, and this is a good question. I had the same one from Timothy Gallup. Said, why would we go on the road if we have a higher seed and rank in the standings? The 4 seed, we don't now because Clinton won. But if Bethany would have won, they would have assumed the one seed.
That's
so
right.
that's just how it works. They don't reseed. So we knew before this week we were on the road next week regardless.
Yeah, this was going to be the final home game. So Cougars got it done. Now you just got to go find a way and play again. Anybody's good at this point, but Clinton comes in. They'll be ranked 9th or 10th probably, somewhere there in the state. They're ranked, what was they ranked this
They're
week?
9.
They were 9. Ada ranked 6, so Ada's a higher ranked team. Clinton finished first in their district, so should be a great matchup. Next week, the Red Tornadoes. Again, a lot of history in that rivalry.
I mean, starting with their coach, and Higbee was here.
Yeah.
So it's always been a very respectful rivalry. Wasn't ugly that I remember back in the day, but look forward to it. Was looking forward to it 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And I think they ended up going to the finals that year before it was canceled. I could be wrong.
Yeah, that was the finals canceled that year as well?
I think so.
Yeah, 3. So, yeah, that's where Ada would have been 3 years ago when they would beat Elk City in the first round. This year, they take care of Oologah. Cougars now 3-0 all time against Oologah, all in the postseason, convincing tonight, 34-7 at Clinton next Friday night.
And the other side of that is Wagner and Elk City? Or
Newcastle. Wagner
is that
and Newcastle.
Or over there?
Yep, so it's Ada Clinton, Wagner Newcastle. The 2 winners will play in the semifinals in 2 weeks.
Right.
And then the other side of the bracket, you have Poto,
Blanchard,
Tuttle, and
Blanchard and Salisaw.
Salisaw, yeah. How about Salisaw getting the big win? All right, final score for the final time. The Ada Cougars, 34. The Oologah Talala Mustangs, 7. Dominant performance by the Ada defense tonight. Mason Lay, great job on camera. Buddy Mason, we lived go on and film another game. Mason next week on the road at Clinton. Trey Kinley, a great job here. Carl Bray in studio. Thanks for joining us tonight for Ada Cougar football from Core Easto Stadium. Until next week when we bring round 2 of the playoffs to you from Clinton, I'm Kenny Morrison. God bless. Good night, everybody.